SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. The Tennessee football program is NCAA sanctions after an investigation uncovered more than 200 violations, 18 of them severe. The Volunteers get 5 years probation and have to vacate wins involving 16 players during Jeremy Pruitt's tenure as head coach. Northwestern makes it official today. Defensive coordinator David Braun is now the interim head coach for the upcoming football season, taking over for the fired Pat Fitzgerald. Baseball is back tonight. The payroll-heavy Padres open a series on the road against the Phillies. ESPN's Buster Olney.
If they collapse here in the next 2 weeks, they could market guys like Josh Hader potentially, maybe Blake Snell, and I think the baseball world wants to know if they would consider flipping Juan Soto out into the marketplace to try to recoup some of that value they got up for him last year.
Buster Olney. Clippers guard Russell Westbrook is now an investor in the Leeds United soccer team, and former NBA star Dwayne Wade joins the ownership group of the WNBA's Chicago Sky.
When you're trying to hire, all that searching, screening, and interviewing can become its own job. You need Indeed, the end-to-end hiring solution that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Lundra Villarreal. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. We made it to Friday. Congrats, y'all. Glad to have you aboard. We appreciate you for hanging out. Fired up here on this Friday. We are wheels up to Nashville on Sunday. Next week, SEC Football Media Days. Of course, our coverage all week presented by Hudco Roofing. It'll be off the bench and AFR from Nashville at the Grand Hyatt. And we're looking forward to binging on 4 days of football talk. We're looking forward to be there. Of course, presented also by Rev and Relief Windows. Let us start today, however, how we start every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
So one of the time-honored traditions of SEC Football Media Days is that every media member there is going to get a ballot and will vote for the all-conference team, the award winners in the order of finish. And we'll probably screw it up because we always screw it up. It's just the nature of how the media does this thing in Nashville and or in Atlanta or Hoover, wherever we are. And generally, we all laugh at ourselves and you all laugh at us, and it's just the nature of it. And candidly, I tell you this every year, I spend very little time at all whatsoever giving it any thought, even so much so as the point that there are years where I just choose not to vote. There's sometimes I've let you vote for me. I just literally ask you, who should I vote for? And that's how I fill out the ballot. It's not anything that should be taken overly seriously or too seriously or overly serious. And it's just, I think, a good conversation starter about where people and how people feel about teams going into a particular season. What is always interesting to me are the storylines that follow teams going into SEC Media Days. And a year ago, every year, the new coaches are always a storyline. So a year ago, it was Brian Kelly at LSU, Billy Napier at Florida. That's always going to be a storyline. And then there's coaches that always get a lot of attention. Mike Leach, rest his soul, was always someone everyone looked forward to because you just never knew what he was going to say. Lane Kiffin has some of that. Steve Spurrier, God bless him, was that as well. They're magnetic because you just want to hear what they're going to say because they don't really give a flip and they're just going to say whatever they want. So A year ago, all of the conversation around LSU with Brian Kelly was him saying family and dancing with the recruit. And basically, LSU was a punchline. That's what LSU was a year ago. How is Brian Kelly, this Northeastern guy, going to mesh with Louisiana where they say y'all and all that sort of stuff? And I got asked the question a million times, and that was the talking point. And LSU was picked to finish 5th in the West, and it was just nobody was expecting much at all from LSU. And then we saw what happened. LSU wins 10 games. They beat Bama. They win the West. They go to the Citrus Bowl. They win that one. They were, a gagged game in College Station away from going to Atlanta with a chance to play themselves into the playoff. So they surprised a lot of people in a season where their projected win total was 7.5, depending on where you place your bets. The conversation is dramatically different this year. As we go into Nashville for SEC Media Days for the first time, you are going to have a legitimate conversation about LSU being picked to win the West over Bama. And it's completely justified. And when you start to look around, the questions that are going to be asked of Brian Kelly and LSU aren't going to be all the pot shots that people took a year ago. It's going to be, what are the weaknesses? Where's the one hole that could prevent them from winning on the road at Bama and getting to the playoff? What is year two too soon to be talking about a national championship? Like, those are the conversations when Brian Kelly and Jaden Daniels and the Mekhi Wingo and the whole crew there for LSU are going through media days. That's the conversations that people are going to be having about LSU at SEC football media days. Is it too soon to be talking about a national championship for LSU in year two? A dramatically a different approach than a year ago. And a big part of that is the fact that, or I should say, evidence of that we got today. So 24/7 Sports is one of the organizations that puts out their whole projected order of finish, award winners, all that sort of stuff before media days. Like, they take a stab at it beforehand. So this is their entire staff at 24/7 Sports voted on the things that we'll all vote for at SEC football media days. Now, they didn't put out a preseason all-conference team, just offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, coach of the year, game of the year, and then projected order of finish. And this is going to be very telling about how people feel about LSU. Now, I should say this. They did screw this up. So they have Jaden Daniels as SEC player of the year. I'm not saying they screwed up by putting Jaden Daniels as SEC player of the year. It's just that there is no SEC player of the year. They have an offensive player of the year and a defensive player of the year. So just for context, to tell you how, just having Jaden Daniels there, how rare that is. The SEC started playing football in 1933. This isn't a history lesson or anything. I'm just going to put some context around what they're projecting for Jaden Daniels. 1933, the SEC started playing football. Ken Cavanaugh was the SEC Player of the Year in 1939. He tied Bob Fox of Tennessee that year. They had co-Player of the Year. Billy Cannon in 58 and 59 was SEC Player of the Year. Jerry Stovall in 1962 was SEC Player of the Year. So again, Cavanaugh in 39, Billy Cannon twice, Jerry Stovall in 1962. So that's 3 players. Then you have to go to 1977. Charles Alexander won it. And then in 1987, Wendell Davis won it. That's when they had a player of the year. In 2002, they split the awards and stopped giving out just SEC Player of the Year and started giving out Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. The only LSU player to win the award since they started splitting it is Joe Burrow to win the Offensive Player of the Year award in 2019. So in history, Ken Cavanaugh, Billy Cannon, Jerry Stovall, Charles Alexander, Wendell Davis, Joe Burrow. Six LSU players since 1933, the inception of the SEC, 6 have won SEC Player of the Year or Offensive Player of the Year honors. Patrick Peterson, Morris Claiborne, Glenn Dorsey, Chad Lavallee all won the defensive awards, respectively. But 6, either Player of the Year or Offensive Player of the Year, which is what they're projecting Jaden Daniels to do this year, which is win Player of the Year. Now, they did have Brock Bowers winning Offensive Player of the Year, so they kind of screwed up because there is no, it's just offensive player, defensive player of the year. There is no player of the year, but that's a way, I guess, to honor multiple guys. For whatever it's worth, defensively, they have Harold Perkins winning SEC Defensive Player of the Year. So Jaden Daniels winning Player of the Year, Perkins winning Defensive Player of the Year. LSU, Alabama, they say, by the way, they have Kirby as the Coach of the Year. They say LSU, Alabama will be the Game of the Year, that first Saturday in November in Tuscaloosa. So this thing is littered with LSU accolades at this point going into SEC Football Media Days, courtesy of 24/7 Sports. And then in the projected order of finish, they have Georgia, a runaway winner of the East, followed by Tennessee, then South Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, Missouri, Vandy, who cares? It's just Georgia, runaway winner. And in the West, it's a virtual dead heat with Alabama and LSU. They do have Bama with 158 votes, LSU second with 153. 14 people voted Alabama won, 10 voted LSU won. That's the difference. We're going to have a very dramatically different conversation about LSU this year. And I'm going to say this again. It's a talking point that I've said for weeks and weeks now. It's a talking point that I've said for weeks, which is I understand why Alabama has gotten the benefit of the doubt for a very long time. I understand it. They've deserved it. They're Alabama. It's Nick Saban. They've won consistently at this level for 15 years. But in the same way, and I know it's a different sport, but going into last year, when we talked about Tampa Bay, I said, I get it. It's Tom Brady, but they're not that good. They're aging. They've lost 3 offensive linemen. Look at all that they've lost. They got some named players, but they're all on the back end of their career. Look versus the schedule. They're going to be bad, and they were. They were sub 500. You could look at Oklahoma if you want to bring it back to college football. You lose Lincoln Riley. You lose your starting quarterback who ultimately wins the Heisman in Caleb Williams. You bring in Brent Venables, but man, you had an exodus, and you go sub 500. Sometimes you can time the jump. And I'm not telling you Alabama's going to faceplant, but what I'm telling you is they better prove it. They got to prove it to me this year. You lose both coordinators and Bryce Young, who saved your behind multiple times last year. Bryce Young saved you against Texas. Bryce Young saved you against Ole Miss. I mean, without Bryce Young, you ain't even in the game against LSU, who was dusting you in the second half, or Tennessee. You ain't got Bryce Young. You got some Notre Dame transfer and a couple of guys who were so bad in the spring, you had to go get the Notre Dame transfer. Again, I'm not burying Alabama. It's still Nick Saban. They're still Alabama. I'm just saying, for the first time, you got to prove it. And if we come out of Hoover, old habits die hard. If we come out of Nashville next week at SEC Football Media Days and the assembled media has picked Alabama to win the West, they're going to be wrong again. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're aboard with us here. Our open every day brought to you by our friends over at Bud Light. Man, I love our partnership with our friends at Mockler Beverage. Golly, you go to almost any event in Baton Rouge. Look, during the spring and the summer, there are events basically every weekend in Baton Rouge and in the greater Baton Rouge area, I should say. But our friends at Mockler Beverage, you ever see all the Anheuser-Busch products? You see Budweiser, Bud Light, you see Mick Ultra, you see all the great AB products, and you know that is Mockler. That is a great local company contributing to those events, contributing to those community events. Paris County Line is playing with Tracy Lawrence at Lamar Dixon tonight. Of course, that show is going to be presented by our friends at Mockler Beverage. So grab your ice-cold beers, grab you an ice-cold Bud Light this weekend, and drink easy in Louisiana, courtesy of our great friends at Mockler Beverage, a great local company that's been around serving our community for more than 40 years. Okay, it's After Further Review, y'all. Let's knock out a quick break. We got tons of football stuff to get to throughout the day. Theriot is here in 45 minutes. Finally got our guy back in studio with us. So we'll talk plenty of MLB draft and all the LSU baseball stuff. New LSU baseball assistant Terry Rooney is with us here to start hour number 3. We got a ton to do, and glad you're hanging out with us. Stick around here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You know where to find them. GetGordon.com. It's GetGordon.com for Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Of course, you can always do what I encourage you to do and go to GordonGives.com. Gordon Gives, the charitable arm of Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You want your 8888 Rally or Rally Shots hat, I should say. You can get it at GetGordon.com. Go to GordonGives.com. Forgive me, GordonGives.com. That's GordonGives.com. Tap on the 8888 Reasons to Rally hats. You can sign up for the updates as soon as the hats are in. They'll send them out. Just because you register doesn't guarantee you a hat. It's basically going to depend on how many people register, how many they get. But, of course, as we always say, if you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. You need representation. Do what injured people in our state have done for more than 30 years. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
No, everybody isn't necessarily completely locked into Cape Cod baseball, but you do have LSU players up in the Cape. And one of them is Josh Pearson, who found himself on SportsCenter's top 10 last night with a pretty spectacular catch up against the wall, playing left field for Brewster, going back, and he made a catch and slammed into the wall. So Pearson, who continues to absolutely rake and be stellar in the outfield as well, made a fantastic play and just continues to barrel toward what we all hope is going to be a magnificent junior year for a guy who played so much as a freshman, Didn't really emerge until late in the season this year as a sophomore, was such a key part of their run through the postseason to the national championship. Well, that outfield for LSU just got a smidge more crowded. I didn't get a name, but was told earlier this week that LSU was expecting a commitment from a player that was maybe not a household name, but was a really good college player. And my assumption is that this is that answer. So just minutes ago, Mac Bingham has committed to LSU. If you don't know who Mac Bingham is, let's run through it. He spent the last 4 years at the University of Arizona playing for Jay Johnson. So he thanked Arizona, the Wildcat community, for 4 years and memories, Tucson being a special place, and says that he's going to play his final season of his college career in Baton Rouge at LSU with his former coach, Jay Johnson, who, of course, is now a national championship winning coach. The thing that stands out, he's an outfielder, by the way. So Mac Bingham is an outfielder who is 5'11", 184 pounds. And when you look at his stats, this is what's really going to stand out, okay? As a freshman in 2020, of course, COVID year, he played in 15 games with 12 starts. Sophomore year, and he hit 361. That was only 15 games, but he hit 361. In 2021, which I guess technically would have been a redshirt freshman year because you don't count the COVID year, he hit 305, played in 55 games with 38 starts. 2022, his average dipped to 277, started 61 of the 62 games he played in. And then this year, his junior year at Arizona, his fourth season, but his junior year, started all 58 games and hit 360. Power numbers aren't great. 18 homers for his career, but he did hit 10 this past year in his junior year. So it's often said the last thing to come is the power tool. And so for Bingham, who's now finishing up his fourth year of college going into his fifth year, perhaps that's what's developing a bit right now. And man, I'm going to tell you, the on-base percentage this year was .432. And the thing that I look at the most with a guy like this is the at-bats. Mac Bingham has 672 career at-bats. Let me illustrate for you why I think that's relevant. There are two guys on this year's LSU baseball team, the national championship team, that we talked about quite a bit throughout their careers and the roles that they played, especially late in this championship season. Gavin Dugas and Cade Beloso. Dugas, in his career, again, a veteran player who hung around LSU for 5 seasons, Dugas had 623 at-bats in his career. 623. You wonder why his on-base percentage was .464 this year, and it was .479 a year ago. His career on-base percentage, .433. The reason Gavin Dugas was able to be that successful against dominant pitching and get on base as much as he did is because there was nothing that was new to him. There was nothing foreign. When you step in the box more than 600 times in college, you've seen every ace the SEC has to offer. You've seen sliders. You've seen knuckleballs. You've seen splitties. You've seen 102 miles an hour. You've been in front of 10,000 fans cheering for you. You've been in front of 10,000 fans cheering against you. You've been in Omaha and regional games and home postseason games and road postseason games. You've seen it all. Cade Beloso, 634 at-bats. On-base percentage this last year of .462. Why? Look, the last year he was healthy, his on-base percentage was .347. Cade Beloso, after missing a year of baseball, saw his on-base percentage increase by 115 points. Why? Because he had 634 career at-bats. The guy knew how to work a count. He knew how to be patient. He knew how to take a walk. He knew how to get hit by a pitch. He knew how to get on base. He knew how to hit. And so when you look at Mac Bingham, that's what Jay is going for here. And that's what a lot of coaches as they look in the portal, are looking for. Yes, Jay has said this a million times. You can't win a national championship without major league talent. You got to have Dylan Cruz, and you got to have Paul Skeens, and you got to have Tommy White. You got to have big leaguers. But you also got to have those guys, the guys that have been around college baseball, who have played in 300 games or whatever it may be, or 200 games, and have 300 games would be a lot. They played 200 games and have 600 ABs, and they've seen it all. So LSU gets a commit here from Mac Bingham, and earlier this week we went through the numbers, and with Christian Little coming back, that's 26 guys from last year's team that look like they're coming back. And you add to that 11 signees that are showing up on campus, the transfers that you had already gotten with 3 pitchers and Braswell, which is 4 transfers. Now this is a 5th transfer in Mac Bingham, who's coming aboard as well in the outfield, and there's still guys out there. Yesterday we talked to Luke Hill. We've talked plenty about Brendan Montgomery from Stanford potentially being a part. Luke Holman from Alabama is visiting LSU. So they're not done adding pieces to this team, and you can see they're already over the roster limit of 40. So something's got to give, and you're going to see that happen. And if it's this summer, or if it's as you get closer to to fall and you or through fall and guys around Christmas time make the decision to find somewhere else to play, I don't know how it's all going to play out. But ultimately, you've seen it. LSU is heavy on numbers right now, but again, they're heavy on talent, and you could tell Jay is trying to replace the experience that they lost with Beloso and Dugas and some of those veteran guys that are out of the program who had been around for so long, replacing that. Now, specifically, if you look at the outfield and how that looks, my assumption all along is, you've got Pearson in left, and you'll put Kling in center. And I know Kling really struggled this year against SEC pitching, but Paxton Kling, before this year started, and by the way, Kling is going to be a draft-eligible sophomore. So Kling is one of those guys that before this year started, you looked at 2024 projections and prospect rankings, and he was in everybody's top 20 for next year's draft. So he's a guy with incredible tools who, if he hits this year, is going to be a guy who gets drafted as a sophomore like Grant Taylor did and goes pro. So Kling in center, Pearson in left, what are you doing right? I mean, you've heard me say it. If Brendan Montgomery commits to LSU and they're going to be in after him, he's your starting right fielder day one. Well, now you had a guy like Mac Bingham. Where does he fit? How does he fit? I don't know. But again, it's a good problem to have, however it may go, because you've added veteran depth on this team now, and a guy will go vie for a starting job. All right, it's After Further Review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Brought to you by Traction, TractionSports.com, TractionSports.com. Traction, where champions are made. Remember, as we head into the weekend, 2 things. Number 1, next week, another week of Traction summer baseball camps. So if your son, 5 and up, plays baseball or wants to learn the game and have some fun, full and half-day options are available. TractionSports.com to register. TractionSports.com to register. And remember also, Traction Physical Therapy. If you're a weekend warrior, maybe you're someone who loves to play golf, you love to swim to stay in shape, maybe you're a runner, maybe you're an ancient athlete and you love to just stay active, maybe it's pick up ball at the gym on Sundays or whatever it may be, maybe it's pickleball or tennis, and little nagging injuries are keeping you away from the active lifestyle you love, Traction Physical Therapy can get you back in the game. Go to TractionSports.com, TractionSports.com, Traction, where champions are made. All right, it is After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Theriot in 32 minutes from right now. We'll have Terry Rooney with us, LSU baseball assistant, coming up in hour number 3, top of hour number 3. We'll look forward to that. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do around the SEC. Also, are we counting Alvin Kamara out prematurely? Maybe. We'll talk about that when we come back. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Love telling you about Clegg's Nursery with 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area, Siegen near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. 4 great locations, all local, all with amazing horticulturists, all with a friendly staff and a great selection to help you beautify your yard, your garden, your flower beds, your patio pots, help you get rid of pests, whatever they may be, ants, mosquitoes, wasps, all the things that are out and about during this time of year. Clegg's will help you with all of it. So get to any of the 4 Clegg's Nursery locations. Weekend is a great time to get by Clegg's. Remember, if you're checking off honeydews and you're heading to the hardware store or the big box store, the thing that I would highly recommend, bypass that hardware store, bypass the big box store, and shop local. A local business that's been around for 60 years. That's Clegg's Nursery. They're partnered with True Value Hardware Store, so whatever you'd find at a True Value Hardware Store, you can also find at Clegg's Nursery. Buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, Theriot will be with us here in 27 minutes. Brian's letter, kick rocks, all that good stuff. We'll get Theriot's thoughts on the LSU draft, all the guys that were taken, the possibilities of the roster, all that stuff. We'll get to that with Theriot a bit later. We'll go around the SEC in just a quick second. Saints rookies are going to report to camp here in less than 2 weeks. And among them is Kendre Miller. And I am very, very excited to see Kendre Miller. Rookie out of TCU. Remember, he got hurt in the college football playoff semifinal, so didn't play in the national championship game. So that knee injury kept him out of the title game, but it also kept him out of all the offseason work. So it kept him out of rookie minicamp, OTAs, the mandatory minicamp. So we haven't seen Kendre Miller yet in a Saints uniform. Now, of course, it's worth noting, when you're talking about OTAs and minicamp and all that stuff, there's no pads. So what are you really seeing with that? It's a fair question to ask. Like, you're seeing them run through dummies and, ball security drills, but really it's just to see them out there, to see how they look in the uniform. And it's an opportunity to sort of get up to speed so that whenever you do start camp and you're going full through preseason and everything, you're already sprinting. It's a benefit of all the offseason work. So we didn't get to see that with Kendre Miller, so there's a bit of intrigue. But the other reason there's intrigue with Kendre Miller is it's not just Kendre Miller. It's Kendre Miller that they drafted in round 3, Jamal Williams, who was one of their real high-ticket free agent acquisitions that they got this offseason. And all of that sort of was coupled with Alvin Kamara's declining production and the legal issues in Las Vegas. So we've all, my hands in the air, we've all spent time this offseason talking about the running backs and how Kamara, because of his contract, where the Saints can off-ramp out of Kamara's contract after this season, and because they've invested in Kendre Miller and invested in Jamal Williams, we're all just assuming that's going to be a natural transition this year from Kamara to these guys. And look, this was hat tip Ross Jackson, our buddy from Locked On Saints, who caught up with Joel Thomas, who's the Saints running backs coach, during OTAs. And I'm going to read this quote for you. It's about 3 lines, but it's a quote from LSU running backs coach Joel Thomas about Kendre Miller. Quote, "The first thing is he has the ability to finish the long ball. You saw that against Texas and some of the other games. He's got this nice, smooth patience about him. He doesn't panic in the hole. You always feel like he's falling forward. He's got good pad leverage. His feet aren't heavy. He talks about the size of his feet, but they aren't heavy, and they don't get stuck in the ground. He's got good contact balance." The other thing, finally, that, again, the Saints running backs coach, Joel Thomas, said, quote, "He was a top 5 running back easily in the draft. Film doesn't lie," end quote. So you see that. Like, the Saints running back coach loves him, is gushing about him. You took him in round 3 when you had already signed Jamal Williams, which, what else are you to believe but they're devaluing Alvin Kamara? And then there was this, which made me think, man, are we burying Alvin Kamara way too soon? So one of the things that ESPN is doing right now is their whole position rankings. And y'all know my feelings, y'all. I don't love position rankings. I don't love everybody's lists in the summer and all that stuff. But this thing that ESPN does is different because it's not just writers saying, like, they go out and they anonymously survey coaches and executives and scouts, like people in the NFL, to get their honest evaluation of these players anonymously. So because you're granted anonymity, you can be more candid. So I'm going to put more stock into that. And there's some stuff here that you would expect. They got Nick Chubb, number 1. Nick Chubb from Cleveland, which I thought was interesting to see Chubb number 1. But I don't really have a problem with Chubb being 1. They've got Christian McCaffrey, number 2. Of course, McCaffrey came into the league with Alvin Kamara, is now over there in San Francisco. Josh Jacobs, former first-rounder with the Raiders, 3. Saquon, 4. Be really interesting to see how Saquon does coming off of injury this year. Derrick Henry, 5, who was number 1 on the list a year ago. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts, 6. And then there's Kamara at 7. That's the thing that really, really stood out to me. They got Alvin Kamara 7 on this list. After a year where he failed to eclipse 900 rushing yards for the past 2 seasons, by the way. And they still have him ahead of Dalvin Cook, Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, Dameon Pierce, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, who for much of the season last year was in the conversation almost as a shoo-in for Rookie of the Year until he got hurt. So to see Kamara not only in the top 10, but like firmly in the top 10 at 7 on this list as determined by scouts and executives and coaches was interesting. And part of what they say is Kamara was one of the toughest evaluations on the list. Former top 5 back was considerably below the top 6 in this year's voting, and the numbers suggest decline. They mention the failing to eclipse 900 rush yards the last 2 years, producing 3 700-plus receiving yards with Breeze, but failed to eclipse 500 in each of the past 2. But they mention that Kamara is still one of the NFL's unique skill players. The only player, how about this? Kamara is the only player over the past 3 seasons in the NFL to lead his team in both rushing and receiving over the last 3 years. So even in spite of what we see as declining production, he's still producing at a clip that nobody else in the NFL is. So it's pretty fascinating. And one AFC scout said, losing Sean Payton and Drew Brees really hurt him, but the skill set is still one of the best. Quote, I haven't seen a drop-off there, meaning he hasn't seen a drop-off in the skill set with Alvin Kamara. And maybe that's the thing we have to remember. The skill set has still been there. He's still explosive. Maybe what's hurt Kamara is losing Mark Ingram has made him have to shoulder more of a between-the-tackles load. He hasn't been able to do exactly the things he did with Peyton and Brees, how he functioned within the offense. And then there's the injuries. You know, Kamara, only once in his career, his rookie year, has he played a full season. He missed a game in 2018. He missed 2 games in 2019. He missed a game in 2020. He missed 3 games in 2021, and he missed 2 games last year. So the fact that he's missing games and been injured and trying to play through injury at times, well, has also affected him. So maybe the thing that we should be focusing on with Kamara isn't so much is he declining. It's will the addition of Jamal Williams and Kendre Miller take some of that pressure off of Kamara the way it did when Mark Ingram was there and when Latavius Murray was there, and allow him to achieve that level again? Do you have the Murray drop? You should see it up there. It's on there. Hit it.
Murray, present.
Thank you. Musso's not here. That's why we missed that. No worries, Alondra. I should have given you a heads up. But my point is, maybe we are just overlooking Alvin Kamara, and I'm guilty of it as well because I love Alvin Kamara. He's literally one of my favorite New Orleans Saints players of all time. But I always say actions speak louder than words. And when I see you draft Kendre Miller, you sign Jamal Williams, you can off-ramp out of Kamara's contract this year, I'm looking at it going, they're moving on from Alvin Kamara. Or maybe this is a year where they're going to allow Kamara to go back and do the things he did that made him very successful when he was a tandem back with another guy who was really good. We'll see. Okay. It's After Further Review, brought to you by Mold Zero USA, mold-0usa.com. Give Jim and the gang over at Mold Zero a call. Awesome people. They do great work. You want to keep your family safe, your coworkers safe, your employees safe. Maybe you own a multifamily building, an apartment complex. You want to keep your tenants safe. You want to get rid of mold, odor, other harmful pathogens. Mold Zero can help. They can do it affordably, safely, easily. It's easy. They just come in, they spray their patented non-toxic dry fog. As soon as it dissipates, boom, it's all gone, and you're back in. They can even kill odor. You got a gym, a workout facility, a locker room that stinks. Let Mold Zero come and spray that thing, fog it, boom. As soon as that fog dissipates, that odor will be gone. Mold Zero. Mold-0usa.com. Mold-0usa.com. Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products, excellence in imaging solutions. The Tennessee Volunteers.
The NCAA on Friday announced the findings of its investigation into violations in Tennessee football. 18 Level 1 violations, more than 200 infractions in all. Tennessee's been fined $8 million. They lose 2 scholarships per year over a 5-year probationary period. No bowl ban, no postseason ban. Jeremy Pruitt did get a 6-year show cause, and he's suspended for an entire season if he takes another job.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
Kentucky basketball is at the Global Jam tournament. They beat Canada 93-69 for their second win in as many days. Antonio Reeves led the Wildcats with 23 points. Kentucky led 49-34 at half, and they just blew them out the rest of the way. For the gold medal game, Wildcats will get a rematch with the winner of Saturday's Canada-Germany game.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Point guard Javon Quinterly announced he will spend his 6th season of eligibility at Memphis under Penny Hardaway. Tell little Penny from the Science Club says hello. Quinterly entered the NBA draft, withdrew to go back to school, but entered the portal. Now he'll play at Memphis. He averaged 8 points, 2 boards, and a team-leading 3.5 assists per game.
The Auburn Tigers.
Sophomore Mike Bello announced he's transferring from the Auburn baseball program. Played in 43 games with 27 starts as a freshman. This past year, though, started in just 5 games. 3 Auburn players were also drafted in the MLB draft.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
And the woman who survived the car crash that killed Georgia football player and Georgia football player recruiting staff member filed a lawsuit accusing numerous parties of negligence. Her name is Victoria Bowles. She is suing the Georgia Athletic Association. She is suing Jalen Carter, the estate of Chandler LaCroix, who was killed in that accident. She is suing Devin Willock, another player who was in that accident, and 5 unidentified individuals labeled as John Doe. For what it's worth, Willock's father has also filed suit in May, seeking more than $40 million in damages. There you have it. That is Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products. Shout out to our guy Trey Beal and our friends at Gulf Coast Office Products. If you need office equipment, if you're having issues with your office equipment, you need Gulf Coast Office Products. Copiers, scan, fax, all-in-ones, interactive whiteboards. Nobody does it better. They're a national leader among Savin dealers, but they will service all makes and models. It's Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. Okay, y'all, it is After Further Review. Theriot in 15 minutes from right now. Excited about that. Missed Theriot last week while we were out at Pluckers. He was in Eunice. His son Houston had a baseball tournament, and then he went to Dallas. Theriot's daughters, Macy and Georgia, were at a college elite camp showcase for soccer. Girls are crushing it, man. We're excited for them and proud of them. So we'll talk to Theriot here in about 15 minutes from right now. We'll look forward to that. Let me knock out a break. We'll wrap up the hour with Tigers and the Pros. Don't you move.
AFR.
Brought to you by Darren James & Associates, brokered by eXp Realty. Every home listed by every company, all in one place. You know where to find them. Agent225.com, agent225.com. You know, one of the things that I always talk about with Darren is when you compare Darren to other realtors, how many other realtors do daily radio ads marketing their listings, their properties, potentially your property? How about this one? Darren's always creative. He has like an Old West wanted poster up. How about this? It's acreage. It's a gorgeous property with a barn and giant farmhouse and everything on acreage with a big lake. It was built in 2017. The barn is a guest suite. It's incredible with a lake view and so much more. And right now, if you're looking to buy the home or you're a selling agent, they got a $3,000 selling bonus on it. Go to Darren's social media. Just search Darren James on social media. You'll see this property, or go to agent225.com. That's agent225.com. Need a realtor? You need Darren James.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models at Corvell Toyota in Opelousas. And we also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Relentless reporting gets results.
I'm never going to stop until we get the answers you need.
Uncovering more as the powerful try to cover things up.
What happens in the dark will always come to light.
Founding new principles and practices for the state of Louisiana.
Chief Investigative Reporter Chris Nakamoto.
Chris Nakamoto and the Investigative Unit. Recipients of Columbia University's prestigious DuPont Award.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
The importance of doing this Fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the Fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a Fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
All right, let's say ah.
Where'd my spotlight go?
Super weird, but we can take care of it.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 1. Glad to have you aboard with us here. Might actually have to scoot on over to Don Juan, the retail shop, after the show today. We got Drew's birthday party tomorrow. Mentioned it many times. It's like a federal holiday at our house. Erica hand makes all the decorations. She literally starts. Is this weird to either of you? My wife literally starts 2 months in advance hand making all of the decorations for Drew's themed party.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's really sweet.
Okay.
2 months is kind of maybe a little excessive.
Yes.
But I think it's sweet that she hand makes everything for him.
Yes. Paul, you have a daughter. Thoughts?
For me, it's a little much.
Yeah.
Opal's birthday is less than a month now, and we haven't even started planning it yet.
I mean, we used to just go to Party City and get some tablecloths.
It's going to be a great time, though.
Yeah.
It'll be a great time. So normally I have like cigars in the little box humidor. So anybody that's there, the adults that stay late, family and all, whenever cleanup is going on, maybe like pour a whiskey and have a cigar or something like that. So maybe that'll go down.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, it's after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us here. Alondra, let's wrap up the hour here with Tigers in the Pros.
Tigers in the Pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where Baton Rouge gets engaged.
Got some more NBA Summer League action for you today. Javonte Smart with the Philadelphia 76ers had 14.6 assists and 5 rebounds in their game last night, but the Sixers would lose that game 99-98. So close game, but couldn't get it done. Darius Days with the Rockets had 16 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and Rockets go on to win that game over Golden State 118-101. I should mention that Tari Eason was also on the roster for the Summer League for the Houston Rockets, but he's going to sit out for the remainder of the summer after averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists in his 2 games. So
yeah, Tari Eason, there's no reason for him to play in the Summer League.
Right.
It is what you would expect when there is like a varsity basketball player playing against the freshman team. It's like, yeah, the freshman guys need work, and they no. Like the best player on the varsity team doesn't go play against the freshmen. Or a varsity starter. That's what it was like. If you just go look at some of the highlights from Tari Eason during Summer League, he had a coast-to-coast windmill dunk, and everyone's just like cowering underneath him. It's just, yeah.
Him and Jabari Smith were like going off together.
Yeah, he's graduated from Summer League.
Right.
We don't need to see that anymore.
He played 2 games and they're like, we've seen enough. Duop Reith, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist, and 3 steals in Portland's win over the Orlando Magic last night, 88-71. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. Hey, let me read this to you. I hope you don't mind if I read this. I got this text yesterday. And I love seeing stuff like this because this is a great example of why I am always very careful when I choose companies to endorse, and great ones. And we tell you all the time about the Lee Michaels experience. I got this text from a gentleman named Bill. I'll redact his last name for this, but he sent this to me. He said, Matt, here's a testimonial re Lee Michaels. He said, many years ago, shortly after becoming engaged, my late wife's very unique ring was stolen. I took a picture to Lee Michaels in Lafayette. They're able to make a virtually indistinguishable copy of the original. My fiance was so happy she went through with the marriage. Just thought you might like the story. And he mentioned that his wife is passed now, but man, that's the kind of thing that that you love to see, man. It's why I love to partner with and endorse great people and great businesses. And Lee Michaels is certainly one of them. You know, if it's Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Shreveport, they got 9 locations in all, and they're just amazing. You'll always get that Lee Michaels experience, no matter what you're looking for, what your budget is. So don't be intimidated. Just go see our friends at Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. All right, y'all, it is after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us. Theriot's here. You probably saw earlier today also, we mentioned it during around the SEC, Tennessee finally has gotten their ruling from the NCAA Infractions Committee. So no bowl ban, no postseason ban. They're docked a couple of scholarships per year over 5 years and fined $8 million. And then Jeremy Pruitt's got to show cause, and if he wants to coach again, he's got to sit for a year. I just salute the NCAA for doing the right thing. Now, vacating wins is stupid and continues to be a stupid thing. Now, Tennessee didn't win many games during that stretch, so it ain't like they're vacating anything of great significance. But you're not punishing any of the current coaches or current players that had anything to do with any of that stuff. And ultimately, you hit a school where it hurts, which is finding them $8 million, which is still significant. So, yes, I think they got it right. So, kudos to the NCAA, which is a weird thing to say. All right, Sports Center coming up. Then Theriot's in studio.
AFR.
Brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. So on Sunday, T-Bob, Hester, Rivers, and I will all load up in my Volkswagen Atlas Crossport. We'll head on down to the airport and fly to Nashville. And it's going to be a very interesting test because I traded in the Atlas for the Crossport. And last year, we all drove to the airport together, the four of us, in my Atlas. The Crossport, remember, removes the third row. The Atlas is a 7-seater. The Crossport is a 5-seater. So we removed the third row. I'm going to be very interested to see if there is enough storage for all of our stuff and our equipment, our radio and TV equipment in the Crossport. I will report back to you on Monday when we're there in Nashville. But the bottom line is 2 years free maintenance on every new vehicle. Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer is South Point Volkswagen. Check them out online at southpointvw.com.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Hello, Samantha, dear, I hope you're feeling fine. And it won't be long until I'm with you all the time. But until then, I spend my money up right down on my last dime. Come home in Baton Rouge. I'm ready, what you put me on through. Gotta send my love down to
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. After uncovering 18 Level 1 violations, the NCAA hits Tennessee football with penalties, including 5 years probation, the loss of 28 scholarships during that time, and an $8 million fine. Among the violations, former coach Jeremy Pruitt and his wife Casey made cash payments to players' families. Sunday at Wimbledon, Novak Djokovic will play for history again. He'll be in the final against Carlos Alcaraz after both won their semifinal matches today. Djokovic will be the old man in the final as he was today against Jannik Sinner.
I tried not to look at the age as a hindrance or a factor that might decide the outcome on the court. In contrary, actually, I feel, 36 is a new 26, I guess. It feels good.
Novak Djokovic after his semifinal win. Tomorrow morning, coverage at 8 a.m. Eastern on ESPN for the ladies' final. Dodgers lefty Clayton Kershaw says he'll miss a few more weeks, hopes to be back on the field in early August.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. They're close, convenient, and have the parts you need fast, along with excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
That's right.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I have no idea what happened to the Riot Radio Hour open, but it's fitting because you hadn't been here in forever that we didn't have. Maybe we deleted it. It's been so long since you've been here.
It's timed out.
His mic's not okay.
My mic's not on?
There it is now.
It is
now. Okay,
yeah,
let's make sure we got Theriot's open and mics and all that good stuff. So, yeah, brah.
Hey,
How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm howdy, partner.
Yeah.
Howdy there, partner.
I guess we can address that. I was just going to ignore it. But if you're not watching us on YouTube or WBTR, Mr. The Riot here has on a white T-shirt. Wranglers?
No, but close to it.
Stop lying. You got those at Ruckus.
No, maybe. I don't think these are Ruckus, but
what are they?
They're just
Levi.
Well, we hadn't talked about.
Yep. You got a belt buckle with a T on the belt buckle. Yep. Can you show that to Paulie? I don't know if it's possible to get it.
Paulie?
No, you need to move. Look, you got your. Wait, why did you bring you brought a laptop? This is the first time you ever.
Yep.
You got a belt buckle with a T on it. You got a black cowboy. Who's the guy that wore the black cowboy hat? George Strait, maybe, was that right? And then you got Gator boots as well. Gator boots.
Pimped out Gucci suit. The pimped out Gucci suit. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Why? Yes. So you're dressed up like an idiot. Why?
No, I'm not. I'm not dressed up like an idiot.
Yes, you are. You're dressed
Absolutely
like an idiot.
Not. No, this is a good.
Nope, that's nothing good.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe, all right.
There, partner.
It's a stupid vibe.
You're a stupid vibe. Tracy Lawrence
face
is at Lamar
vibe.
Dixon tonight. We're giving away some tickets here. You guys need to call in. What's the number?
No. What have people call in to win
We're
tickets?
not going to talk. They're going to talk.
No, we'll figure out a different way to
That's
get
the way
wins.
to do it.
No.
Well, how do we
caller 10. This isn't 1992 when you're trying to win Michael Bolton tickets, all right? That's not how this goes
What's wrong
anymore.
with Michael Bolton?
I love Michael Bolton. And back in 1992, a young Matt was trying to call WFMF to win Michael Bolton tickets for the Time, Love, and Tenderness tour.
Well, here's
but
the
it's
deal.
2023.
I got 10 of them.
It's like caller 10. Like this, that ain't no more. How we do this no more.
Why? That's fun.
No, it's not how it's going to work. People don't call. You can text my text line or something like that. You tweet
I got 10
us.
tickets.
Okay.
And I want to give them away.
5 pair?
Tracy, well, or 5 pair.
5 pair.
Let's do 5 pair. 5 pair. Tracy Lawrence is at Lamar Dixon tonight. I am fired up. I was there earlier today. I actually stalked his tour buses. They came in from Biloxi.
Who the hell is Tracy Lawrence?
Who's Tracy Lawrence?
Yeah, who's Tracy Lawrence?
Time marches on?
No idea.
Paint Me a Birmingham?
Zero.
Alibi?
Not a clue.
Really?
Don't care.
You don't know who Tracy Lawrence
No,
is? Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy
Hi,
man.
I'm Matt. We've been great friends for a very
That's-
long time.
yeah,
one
but
of my
that's
closest
like-
friends in the world. You're telling me you're surprised?
You're
I
a
don't
music
know
guy.
Tracy.
You were a DJ.
I am not a country music guy. I loathe country music. It's fingernails on a chalkboard. All of it. It's crap. I hate it. Yes, I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
Tracy Lawrence. If Tracy Lawrence walked in this room right now and punched me in the face, I wouldn't know who he was.
And he'd win. He'd beat you
I
up,
bet he
too.
would. He's a country guy. Walks around with
beat you.
gator boots
He
and a
would-
big belt buckle. I bet he would.
With a T on it.
With a T on it for Tracy.
For Tracy.
Or no, it would have to be an L for Lawrence because you have a T for Theriot.
So I'm excited about this. We're going to go. My family's George's birthday today. Happy birthday, George.
It's Georgie's birthday?
Georgie's 15.
Wow.
Georgie's 15.
Next year's her golden birthday.
Georgie is 15, bro.
How
So
about
she won.
that?
All she wanted for her birthday was to go see Tracy Lawrence in person.
That's
and
awesome.
And it just happened that he was at Lamar Dixon tonight.
On her birthday.
On her
Is he going to
birthday.
bring her up on stage to sing a song?
Maybe. I think he's going to sing her happy birthday.
That'd be great.
That's what the plan is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go.
Make sure you
and,
video
we're fired up about it. I'm excited. As you can tell, I got the hat
Yeah.
and the whole deal.
Well, then how was the rest of your week?
Week's been the week. You know, it's
What does that mean?
It's summertime, and so things get a little. I had to make sure it was on. You know.
Yeah.
Things.
For those listening, not watching, Theriot has headphones around his neck, but not on his head because he's wearing a big stupid cowboy hat, and he can't make that work with the.
I can hear it now.
Well, don't do that because then the headphones are going to play into the microphone, and you're going to get a feedback.
Are we good? Or is it too loud?
Yeah, but you're going to be off mic then. You're off mic.
So this is the point in time in summer, like when the College World Series is over, when things start to slow down, and I reflect on life and what's going on in 2023, and because it's the summer, kids aren't in school, I have a little bit more time to myself, and there's a couple trends that are happening. One's been happening for a while, one's relatively new, and I'd like to talk about it. Okay?
Yeah.
Because there's not. I mean, it's a slow sports day.
It's
And
not a
time.
slow sports day. Are you kidding me?
So
LSU just got another transfer in baseball out of the portal.
Yeah, but nothing's playing right now.
On Monday is the start of SEC football media days.
But nothing's playing. Nothing's playing.
NBA Summer League.
Yeah, who cares? Nobody even watches that. I could play in the NBA Summer League.
Wimbledon.
What?
Major League Baseball season, second half resumes today. What are you talking about?
Baseball stinks until October. The first 2 weeks of the season are great, and then October, and everything in between, All-Star game included, is stupid. We can all agree to that.
I didn't watch the All-Star game. I watched the pivot with Lil Wayne.
Oh, it was good.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I watched it on Tuesday night. I didn't watch the All-Star game.
I watched the pivot.
I literally watched the pivot instead.
Wheezy.
When Wheezy.
What happened to his voice?
I don't know why he's like y'all
It's
like
real deep.
Yeah, real deep. Smoke?
Maybe.
Smoke a lot?
Probably.
But when he walked in with the LSU jacket on, like with a cigarette in his mouth,
The cigarette.
Yeah, the cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he just walked in, like, ignoring Fred and Channing as they're like, man, somebody gave you a shirt at the thrift store.
Straight
he
to
just
RC.
owned it. It was so
RC
good.
was starstruck.
Straight there. RC was starstruck. Yeah, it was sick.
He was and I haven't seen that much.
I know.
I don't know that I've ever seen him like that.
I know.
But he was. Anyway.
That was his guy.
That's a lot of people's guy. He's my guy.
It's Wayne, bro.
Yeah, it's Wheezy. Wheezy
Iron Man.
Little Tunechi.
So good.
So there's a couple things I like to talk about. Okay, and so here it is. Here's my letter, and it's probably gonna upset a few people. That's okay. It's short and sweet. Okay, dear fake sports precipitants, not recipients. Fake sports participants.
Okay.
Fake sports participants. Okay, people that play fake sports.
Oh.
Okay. More specifically, pickleball and frisbee golf players.
Oh, you are going to piss off a lot of people.
If you are too unathletic to play tennis and you're too poor to play golf, you choose pickleball or frisbee golf. If you are too unathletic to play tennis and you are too poor to play golf, you choose pickleball or frisbee golf. Period. End of discussion.
Is that the end of the letter?
It should be. That should be all I say. Because that has not been a truer statement said on this show. I'll say it one more time. If you're too unathletic to play tennis, or you're too poor to play golf, you choose pickleball or frisbee golf. Okay, the sports were invented for old people who needed to move around a little bit, and their knees and back just couldn't take the wear and tear of the actual sport. Okay, issue I have with these two sports is not the old people. You guys may think that I attack old people all the time. That's not true. That's not the issue I have here. Hell, I think it's great for some old fart to hop on the court, sweat a little bit, maybe pee on themselves, whatever. I think that's awesome. Okay? There's only so many reruns of Golden Girls that one can watch until they need to move around a little bit. Okay? So shout out to you old folks who are out there doing this.
You stretch out the hamstrings.
Gotta stretch them out. Okay?
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's just...
Why would you do this?
Because this is true.
Why would you do this?
This is all facts today. If you are a pickleball instructor and charge old people for lessons, you're the biggest fraud out there. These people exist. These people exist. They go to the nursing homes and these yeah. They get lessons. Just like that's a thing. Taking money from some grandma who wants to serve better at the local YMCA in the pickleball tournament should be considered theft. You are stealing from them. That's happening.
She's making grandma better.
Nope.
Graham's got to get it, bro.
They're not making grandma better. They're stealing from
Nah, they're making Graham's better out there. Working on that forehand. Yep. That's how that goes.
It's now turning into the housewives' new game of choice. That's the thing. They're doing that. They can dress up in tennis skirts that are too short and it's too revealing. Showing things we don't want to see. The low-cut shirt exposing saggy cleavage containing some crumbs from breakfast. Yep. That's what the housewives do. And then they meet their friends from the book club at the country club and have a few drinks after their pickleball game. It's not a real game. Like you're not doing anything. You're literally you stand in a box that's like 3 feet wide. You don't even hit the thing. You just touch the thing. You're not moving. This is not a game. This is ping pong exerts more energy than this crap. Okay? It's the dumbest thing in the world. Pickleball is the dumbest thing in the world. Pickleball is stupid.
Hey, you know whenever you go to the beach and they have chess and there's like chess pieces that are like 3 feet tall?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Is pickleball that version of ping pong?
Yes. That's what it is. That is a wonderful analogy. I wish I'd have thought about that because I'd have put that in here. That is perfect. That's what it is, bro. It's not a real sport. It's a hobby that was invented for old folks, okay? So if you're under the age of 50 and you play pickleball,
hey,
you suck.
When I was at Most Blessed Sacrament in elementary school, our PE teacher, shout out Miss LeMabe, we played pickleball. This was 30 years ago, bro. This is 30 years ago we were playing pickleball in PE.
How many times did you play it?
We played it a lot.
Yeah, and then that was it.
Well, I mean, then I stopped playing when I didn't play in PE anymore.
You realized what it was. You were like, I'm not playing
It's not
this
that
crap.
I realized what it was. We played it. It's just interesting that it's a thing now because it was a thing we were doing 30 years ago.
It's a stupid thing. I mean, it is stupid. Frisbee golf is for nerds. You heard it here first. If you play Frisbee golf, you're a nerd. Let's walk around a made-up miniature golf course and try to throw Frisbees into a garbage can with metal chains on it. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you guys serious? There's a park in New Orleans, Lafayette Park. They have a legit Frisbee golf course.
Highland Road Park in Baton Rouge.
Unbelievable, you nerds. Play a real sport. The truth is, it's a sport that was created for all the kids who got cut from baseball, basketball, or football at their respective schools. Okay, lacrosse used to be that sport. If you got cut, go play lacrosse.
Yeah.
Now it's Frisbee golf.
That happened quickly.
Yeah. Look, I get it. Kids need something to do from an extracurricular standpoint, so I'm cool with that. But after graduation, the only time you should be allowed to pick up a Frisbee is at the beach or playing fetch with your dog. That's it.
That's it.
All in all, don't play these stupid sports unless you're 50 or older. And if you do that, then you're a nerd. Sincerely, Ryan.
Don't at me. At him.
Stupid.
All right. We'll do Kick Rocks when we come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com. Rouse's.com. Hey, Rouse's has their 4-day sale going on right now. It ends on Sunday. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
The 4-day sale. It is time to take advantage of some amazing specials at your local neighborhood Rouse's. The 4-day sale includes a value pack of chicken thighs or drumsticks for just 67 cents per pound. How about this?
Get out of here.
Always Save vegetable oil, the value pack.
Yeah.
Just $6.99. How about that?
What?
And then sweet, large red cherries. How about eat them now or
like
freeze them for later?
I like cherries.
Buy a ton of them, freeze them for later. $1.77 a pound. Load up on them at Rouse's. The 4-day sale ends. It's not just limited to that. Tons of items. Ends on Sunday. So get on by Rouse's. This feels like home.
Here at Corval Toyota in Opelousas, we have in stock 2023 Toyota Tundras, and you can get $1,000 special edition bonus cash. $1,000 bonus cash. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
The world's leaders in obesity research, obesity medicine, and obesity science are right here.
We're doing something that no one's ever done or trying to answer a question that no one's ever asked before.
Pennington is a real jewel when it comes to research.
We are finding the solutions to the world's worst chronic disease, which is obesity. Louisiana needs Pennington Biomedical.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Did you get your cowboy T-shirt at Haspel?
Nope.
Nope. Did you get your cowboy hat at Haspel?
Mm-mm.
Did you get your gator boots at Haspel?
No, Haspel.
Did you get your jeans at Haspel?
No. But Haspel,
yeah,
the local men's clothier of choice here, been around since forever.
1909.
Yeah. You can check them out at haspel.com, and you can see exactly what they have. But I'll tell you this. I got a text from Rob earlier. Tons of new seersucker suits are available. They just hit the floor, all kinds of different colors. We can get you ready for the end of summer. It's super hot outside. If you have to dress nice, why not throw the seersucker on? It won't stick to your skin. Guys, that little pucker, right? You know what I'm saying? And I said this last, 2 months ago because that's the last time I was here. But I've bought 2 bathing suits from Haspel, okay? I bought 2 bathing, and they are by far my favorite. I love them. So it's not just the suits. They also have the summer wear, the t-shirts, the polos. They got all the stuff.
Yeah.
They got
I love seeing the website. They got they got select summer styles or select styles up to 70% off, like 30 to 70% off. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they got to make room, Matt. They got to make room.
If you're going to Tracy Lawrence tonight and you're giving away tickets. What time's the show?
7:30. Parish County line starts. Tracy will probably come on at about 9, I think.
All right, so PCL at 7:30. Then doesn't Bud Light sponsor PCL? I'm pretty sure that they sponsor the band. Great supporter. Like that's Mockler. Mockler supports the band. Pretty cool of them to do that. So 7:30, and then Tracy at what time? 9?
9. Yeah, I'm going to say around 9.
All right, I'm just making sure people would have time. Like if they win the tickets, they can get over. So 421 right now. So if you give away so how are we going to give away these tickets?
Well, I got 10 of them. My suggestion is we'll take the 10th caller. But you said we don't do that anymore, so whatever. Right. I don't know. Maybe your text line's good.
Yeah. All right. If you want the tickets, text us and tell us why you want a pair of tickets to see Tracy Lawrence.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick the winners after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we can just keep throwing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the tickets at will call. I've already got this thing planned out. I prepare for things.
No, you don't.
So they just have to give me their names.
Just like you didn't prepare to give these away.
We'll throw the tickets at will call. They can come hang out with us.
All right. 396-4400. 225-396-4400. Text me, and I'll share it with Ryan, why you should get the Tracy Lawrence tickets. 225-396-4400. 5 pairs. So 5 winners. 225-396-4400. Okay, and if you don't text to win Tracy Lawrence tickets, then you're cool.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are, because country music is stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid. And if you wear stupid cowboy hats and gator boots and a white T-shirt to a radio show because you're going to watch Tracy Lawrence, and you can kick rocks.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge. Or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah.
Kick rocks.
Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Okay, so I spent a year in St. Louis, 2011.
Yeah, won a World Series.
And we won the World Series. My manager was Tony La Russa. There was guys like Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, Lance Berkman, Chris Carpenter. It was David Freese. It was a star-studded cast. We won the World Series, and it was one of the best seasons that I've ever had. And then Tony retired.
Mm-hmm.
Albert got traded.
Mm-hmm.
Yadi retired last year.
Did Albert get traded? He signed as a free agent with the L.A.
Albert signed as a free agent with L.A. St. Louis actually didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, he got 10 years, $250 or whatever.
They basically were like, you're good here. You've done what you needed.
Go make your money.
Go make your money.
And win nothing over the next decade.
And that's what he did.
And just get old and not win anything.
Yep.
Which is what he did.
And that's what he did. And so the Cardinals are a franchise, Matt, that have been. I mean, this is a storied organization.
Yeah.
Going back, to Stan Musial days, but going back years, and now it stinks. It's a dumpster fire, actually.
Yeah, they stink.
John Mozeliak can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Needs to go. That's the GM. They hired this guy, Ali Marmol, to be the manager. He stinks. Argues and fights with his players on social media, calls them out. You've got some of the greatest fans in all of baseball. You've got a storied organization.
Beautiful stadium.
Beautiful stadium. And in 10 years, they're a laughingstock. They're brutal. And they're going to dump everybody at the break, and they're going to start over. But the truth is, what they should do is they should fire their GM and they should fire their coach, and they should get a GM and a coach that actually know how to win and want to be there.
But do they know how to identify a good GM and coach if ownership already hired this GM and coach?
Yeah, I don't know
problem,
that answer to that. And but it's sad for me to see because it's a great time. So those guys, the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, kick rocks.
They're 38 and 52.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
They're bad. Bro.
Only the Nationals and the Rockies have a worse record in the NL.
They're bad. Yeah. They're not good. Yeah. Speaking of the Washington Nationals, those guys can kick rocks. Okay.
Kick rocks.
So
it's weird. I mean, they drafted Dylan Cruz.
They did, man. That's awesome. I love that.
Drafted Gavin Dugas.
So they drafted Gavin Dugas in the 6th round, which is a great spot. And slot, I think, what'd you say it was?
357.
357 for that. So Gavin's thinking, hell yeah, turn up. I'm about to get paid. You hear me? Go buy me a new truck, maybe a boat, something. Going to the club, turn up. But they didn't give him 357.
No.
They gave him 6,000.
No, 20,000.
20 after taxes. 1,000. They gave him 20 grand.
6 rounder.
Yes, that's brutal. And that's a slap in the face, and you're taking advantage of and exploiting. If you wanted him to pay the guy, at least give him half. At least give him 6 figures.
No, we understand how this goes. I'm not mad at the team.
I hate it.
You can hate it.
I hate it.
But I'm not mad at the team for it because that's how the system is set up. If the system were different and you have to pay a guy slot, great. But you don't have to pay a guy slot.
Pay him slot.
That's how the system is set up. Blame the system.
Let's blame the system.
I'm not blaming the Nationals.
Let's blame it.
I'm blaming the way Major League Baseball has set up their system. If you want there to be slot values, then mandate teams stick to the slot value. Okay.
Let's do that.
But they don't do that. So you have situations like that where they're probably taking the extra 350 and giving it to Dylan Cruz.
Just dropping it on somebody.
Dylan Cruz.
Dropping it on Dylan Cruz.
Probably.
You think Dylan's going to share that with Gavin?
No.
He oughta.
You oughta.
Okay, the system can kick rocks then.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Good.
Okay,
we're in agreement.
Yeah, last 2 weeks, we've been touching triple digits, and Mother Nature can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Not the heat is not good. I don't like it. Way
I
too
love
hot.
it. It's way better than being way too cold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like either one of them,
Yeah.
but this is
But
bad.
when it's hot, you can go swimming.
You can.
Get some sun, sweat a little bit.
Have a heat stroke.
Work out outside. You could also get frostbite the other way. You freeze to death.
I don't think anybody in Louisiana has ever gotten frostbite in Louisiana.
If you stayed outside when we have a freeze, you absolutely can. But nobody goes outside when it's cold because nobody wants to be outside when it's cold. At least when it's hot, you can get out, go get in the pool, put on sunglasses, some tunes.
Have a heat stroke.
Get your little margarita by the pool.
Get dehydrated.
Yes, drink water. You can
Blister.
But people also get more dehydrated in the winter because it's cold and you don't remember to drink. So you still get dehydrated. So you know what you do? You carry around a gallon jug of water every day. You drink a gallon of water.
Did you watch the MLB All-Star Game and home run? Did you watch the home run derby? I know you didn't watch the All-Star Game.
Why would I watch a home run derby?
I like the home run derby. I think it's fun to watch.
It's stupid.
Why? I mean, but I don't like the format of the home run derby. I don't like the matchup system of the home run derby. Adley Rutschman, you know Adley, you got him?
Yeah, Oregon State Orioles.
Dude, having a hell of a year.
Yeah.
So he's in it. Hits 27 homers in 3 minutes. Mid-round, he switched sides, hit righty.
Love it.
But he didn't advance. Hit the second most. He didn't advance
because you hate to see it.
The dude he was hitting hit 28.
Oh.
Which is BS. So that the whole system can kick rocks. I don't like
Get
that.
on down the road and kick rocks.
Hate the system.
Hate the system. So that's what we got. Kick rock.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah.
And if you want some Gator boots, you can go to Ruckus.
Gator boot? No, they don't have Gator boots over there.
I wish they did.
I did go last Saturday when you bailed on me.
Did I go last Saturday?
No, you bailed on me.
I didn't go last Saturday.
2 Saturdays ago. Last Saturday you were in Eunice or Dallas.
Last Saturday I was.
Friday you weren't on the show because you said you were in Eunice because Houston had baseball.
That's where I was.
But then where were you Saturday?
Still in Eunice because Houston had baseball.
Okay, so the Saturday before that, we had agreed to go to Ruckus. You and I were going. Yeah. I told Drew, hey, we're going to go see Ryan at Ruckus.
See Ryan.
Yeah.
And he said Ryan. He said, hi, Ryan.
And then guess who didn't come to Ruckus?
Was he pissed at me?
A little bit.
Can we call him and I apologize?
Yeah, maybe in a little bit we'll do that. But I went to Ruckus.
What'd you get?
All right, I got Oh, I got a really nice pair of G-Nikes. A white with the cardinal red swoosh and the cardinal red on the back.
You sent me a picture. I saw them.
And I also got, you know what I got? I got the SBs, the same ones you have. White with the black with the gum bottom.
Hey, don't get pissed at me, but I did go to Ruckus that Saturday because I saw the red ones. And I got a pair of, I don't know what they're called, the new SBs. I got a pair of those. I wanted to get the red ones, but you had already sent me the picture.
Are you not my friend anymore?
No.
You don't reply to my texts anymore. You don't reply to my calls anymore.
That's not true.
My birthday was last Saturday. You didn't reply. I texted you on my birthday. You didn't say anything. You didn't even reply to that text. You didn't come to the show last week. You didn't go to me with Ruckus 2 weeks ago. I feel like this is a one-sided relationship. I just keep giving and giving and giving, and there's just no reciprocation. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I think we're just not friends anymore. I feel really bad right now.
I may be failing in the relationship.
I mean, just tell me. Like, I'm not gonna have my feelings hurt. Just be like, yo, bro, we ain't boys no more. I'd be like, all right, that's cool. Respect. You know, I wish it was different, but that's cool.
No, I would never say that. You can't say that to somebody.
Why not? I'd rather that than me keep being like, hey, you want to go to Ruckus? Hey, you want to come on? You want to do this? Hey, you want to come? Hey, radio.
I'm going to your house tomorrow.
Blah, blah, blah,
I'm coming over tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
I am. I'm going to be there. I'm there every year for tomorrow. The last 2 years I've been there. Last 3 years I've been there for tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Drew's birthday party.
Yeah, but it's not for you. It's for Drew.
It's for Drew.
Yeah. And Erica. Because I know the effort she's putting into this. I know what she's done. And I need to go and I need to pay homage. Jonna loves it too. She likes to see this stuff.
It's a Mickey theme. Mickey Mouse theme.
But let me go back here. I want to apologize. I want to apologize. This is for everyone to hear. I'm sorry. I'm failing, I think, a little bit in our relationship. I've been a little busy, but that's no excuse. I can respond.
I got nothing going on.
I can respond to a text message.
You're busy. I got nothing going on.
You know, and I can say, hey, man, like, I'm not being that guy, but, like, you know, I apologize. I can do that. And I failed there. And I'm sorry. I'm going to do better, bro. I promise you I'll do better. It's my bad.
Actions speak louder than
okay,
words.
I'm cool with it. I deserve that.
All right. Go to Ruckus, by the way. But just don't ask Theriot to go, because he's going to tell you he's going to go, and he's going to disappoint you and your son by not going. Ruckus on Jones Creek.
I deserve that.
Yeah, you did.
I'll take it.
You really did.
I'll take it.
That. You deserve that. A little swift kick in the gonads is what you need on that. Gonads. It's a funny word.
I like it.
Isn't that a funny word?
It's a good word.
Gonads. I like that
is
word.
a good word. Yep.
It's AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by the Watermark Hotel in downtown Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge's premier hotel property where, of course, if you're ever looking for a great night on the town and maybe you just want to have a night out in downtown Baton Rouge and not drive, stay at the Watermark. It's fantastic. Walking distance from restaurants and bars and shopping in downtown Baton Rouge. And the Watermark Hotel is Baton Rouge's premier hotel property where they've maintained so much of the history of the building. When you walk in, you'll see the art. You'll see the art carvings into the wall, the sculptures into the wall, the art on the walls, the marbling that's been there from the inception of the building. It's an amazing time capsule of Baton Rouge that they've modernized as well. The bar, the lobby bar at the Watermark is amazing. The Gregory, the restaurant in the lobby, remember, they got brunch every weekend. And if you're wondering about parking downtown, it's complimentary valet when you go eat at the Gregory at the Watermark Hotel in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade. Time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me. Like cypress stumps, your roots are planted deep inside of me.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Wipe me down.
Oh, you missed it. Wait.
There it was.
Hey, man, you missed it. Here we go.
Wipe me down. Good song. One of the best songs ever made, actually.
Do you listen to this on your subwoofers from that you got from Alpha Customs?
You can. You absolutely can. You get all kind of stuff from Alpha Customs.
I bet you can.
Oh, you can. Subwoofers, wheels, tires, lift.
A lift?
Lift.
Lift like the rideshare app lift?
Nope. Lift like you just throw a couple inches on the truck or the SUV or a car, I guess, for that matter. You could do that too. Lift it up in the air a little bit, you know.
Had lunch today with Doug Thompson. Shout out.
Doug's the guy.
And leaving lunch, coming back downtown. I'm at a red light about to get on the interstate. And there was a guy in front of me in a truck and the Alpha Customs logo sticker on his back.
He was badass.
I don't know who it was. Maybe someone that owns it. I don't know.
No, it wasn't somebody that owns it. All you got to do is kind of open your eyes and you're going to see those stickers everywhere because anybody who wants aftermarket stuff like that, they go to Alpha Customs. Locations here in Baton Rouge, over there in Prairieville on Airline Highway and Prairieville area. And then also in Lafayette. I drove by the one on Lafayette last week. Actually, another good spot too. So it's not just Baton Rouge. All your accessories aftermarket for your vehicles, go check them out at Alpha Customs. Those spots can be intimidating when you don't know a whole lot about it and what you're looking for, but super welcoming. Answer any questions. Go check them out at Alpha Customs.
We are getting quite a few people asking for these Tracy Lawrence
because
tickets.
He's a guy. Tracy Lawrence is a guy. We got any Tracy Lawrence music? Let's do Paint Me a Birmingham. It's just a beautiful tune. Speaks to the soul.
Kyle Farmer said, I want the tickets so Ryan can paint me a Birmingham.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, it's I've got an alibi. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brian Boudreaux said, Matt, I would love a pair of tickets. My wife loves Tracy Lawrence, and we just don't have the money to buy tickets from you.
Gotcha.
Go see him. I would really appreciate a pair of tickets.
Okay, who's that?
Brian.
What's his last name? Just Brian?
Do you want me to say it on air?
Well, let's give him some tickets.
You want to give? Okay.
I want to give 2 to Brian because you know what? I think Brian.
Do you think he's being honest though about not having the money to do it?
It doesn't matter if he is or if he isn't, because I think
he might just
is.
be tugging on the heartstrings.
I think he is, and I'm going to sleep better at night knowing that we helped him out. And he could be lying, but he's the one that's got to answer to his maker, not me. You know what I'm saying? So Brian's got 2, so we got 8 left.
All right.
Actually, we really have. I have 15. I have 5 in my truck that I was just kind of holding back. But I mean, I guess I could.
So wait, so his name is going to be at will call?
Yeah, I need.
Is that right?
I need his name. I need correct spelling. All that to be at will call. Just say, hey, I got 2 tickets under, and then Brian.
Okay, it's not McGillicuddy. I just sent him a reply letting him know
You got him.
that his name will be at will call. Okay. Do you want to hear another one?
Yeah, let's see their reasoning.
You gotta keep in mind.
I can't just keep giving them away.
Right. You can't give them to everybody.
So, and here's what I'm going to encourage people to do this. When you ask for the tickets, make some crazy, ridiculous story up. You're more apt to get them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, don't just say, oh, I love Tracy. My wife loves him. Come on. No. Like, give me something good.
Ryan, I need the tickets so I can give them to my daughter and her husband for a night out with their friends, which is much needed. Plus, I get to keep the granddaughter while they're at the concert. Oh, also, I'm too tight to buy them on my own. He's trying to get it for his daughter. As a girl dad.
That's good.
I know. Here's another one.
Okay, I like
Ryan, I'd really like to see Tracy Lawrence.
Mhm.
No, I don't have any ailments or future deathbed, but would really enjoy going to this country concert. Thanks in advance for choosing me. I appreciate the honesty.
It's a hell of a concert, too. And the
how
people
about, wait, how
are...
about this one from Tyler? Wait, here's one.
Is it going? Okay.
I need these tickets because my wife just divorced me. My dog ran away. My truck broke down, and my local dive ran out of beer. I
Okay.
need some music to relate to.
Let's do it. What's his name, Tyler? What's Tyler's last name?
I'm not telling you because I don't want someone to hear it.
Let's do Tyler.
All right. I don't want to say it on air and then have somebody.
And I was kind of mean to old people, so maybe we should give 2 to the grandpa.
You're giving them all away.
Well, that's just 6. I have 5 extras that I didn't tell
Who
you
was
that
the
I had.
grandfather? There it was. All right, I'm going to have to text all these people and let them know that they got them.
That's 6, right?
You're giving to everyone that I've read.
Okay. Well, then I need to stop.
Jason said, I don't want the tickets. I just wanted to say what up.
Okay. Good.
Oh, man. All right. Any more? And Greg said Theriot is a S-word friend.
I have been lately. I have been. I have not been a good friend, but in my defense.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
When I get off of my routine, I struggle. Admittedly. Admittedly.
Yeah.
Summer throws me off, man.
Mm.
It throws me off. I'm all out of whack right now. I told Jonathan, I got to get back in a routine. I'm not productive. Not being a great friend.
All right. Do you want to call Drew? I feel like we should be called. Today is Georgie's actual birthday,
I want to
right?
call Drew.
Do you want to call Drew? All right, call Drew.
We could call Georgia too, maybe.
I would love to call Georgia. I think we should do that. Let's call Drew right now because you know what's going to happen. So my son Drew turns 9 on the 18th, which I think is Tuesday. His birthday party is tomorrow, and he watches Ryan on YouTube all the time. You're like one of his favorite people in the world. So we're gonna try to we're gonna call and see. He might be distracted.
That's
I don't
okay.
know. All right, let's see. So Alondra called Erica, and let's see. Erica.
Hey.
Hey. All right.
Hey, Erica.
Hey, Ryan. Matt's being very ugly to you, I heard.
Excuse me.
Well, Erica,
My
I deserved
birthday
it.
was Saturday. I sent him a text on my birthday. He didn't
Yeah,
reply to me.
it's true.
Not only did I got no reply.
I deserved it.
He stood up me and Drew at Ruckus 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
I know. Now listen, I deserve Erica. I can't.
No showed the show last Friday.
Can't be perfect all the time.
He didn't know show. He gave you a heads up.
He did give
The
you
day of the
he did give her-
show.
That's okay.
And I had to text him.
I think it was the night before the show.
It
And he was like, I'm going to Eunice. I'm like, you knew you were going to Eunice.
It was the night before, but it's okay. Look, he's right.
What if I didn't
Okay?
text you?
He's right.
I'd have been waiting for you to show up at 3 o'clock, and you just been not there.
That would've been
look,
bad.
Listen, it's my bad, and I don't know what you want me to do. I'm gonna do better. I'll be better.
Erica, do you want to go to the Tracy Lawrence show tonight? You love country music people.
I do. They're the nicest people ever.
Erica fell in love
I'm
with
a
country
little
music
busy
people after Garth.
at the moment, So you and Drew can go and get him out of here so I can get some work done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're going, Erica. I'm excited about it. I got on a cowboy hat.
Oh, I'm so excited. I know. I see you. I was like, what's he doing?
Yep.
I'm confused.
Yep. I got on the cowboy hat. I got on some boots and a belt buckle.
It's
And
a good look.
Jonna modeled her boots last night. She's ready to go. The girls,
I bet
too.
she looks hot. I bet so, for sure.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to
Oh,
paint some
good. Where is
Birminghams
it?
tonight. It's at Lamar Dixon. Beautiful place, Lamar Dixon.
Oh, Lamar Dixon. I thought you said Birmingham. Okay. Yeah.
It's the name of a song. It's
Yeah.
it's something about Birmingham.
Paint me a Birmingham's gorgeous.
I don't know that. I know Fast Car.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not.
Tracy Lawrence.
It's a good song.
No.
Wait, did Tracy Lawrence sing Fast Car?
Listen, he's got just hit after hit.
Yeah.
I can start. Let's see. I can start shouting them out.
He's the guy that remade Fast Car?
No, he's the original Fast Car.
No, he's not the original Fast Car.
Oh.
So yeah,
It was Tracy Chapman who did Fast Car.
Time Marches On is a beautiful
They wanted to
song.
give me one reason to stay here.
Yeah.
Did Fast Car.
Hey, Eric, have you ever heard Texas Tornado? Good song.
All right, it's
No,
getting
never heard
late,
that.
and are you gonna say hello to Drew or not?
Oh, is that what we're doing here? Hold on.
Yeah, it was your idea.
Hold on.
All right,
Drew. Drew, wait, let me turn down on the TV. I think he's confused. Hang on.
Is he watching the TV right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who is it? Who's that on the phone? Who is that? What is your name? What is your name?
What is your name? Hi, Drew. It's Ryan.
Who is Ryan talking to? He's like, he looked at the TV. He's like, wait a minute. That's Ryan. Tell him hi. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Drew. Happy
What's
birthday.
Ryan wearing on his head? What does Ryan have on today? Hat. What color is his hat? Black. Black hat.
Black hat.
Black hat.
Hey, is Ryan coming to Drew's birthday party tomorrow? Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
Are you excited? Tell everybody who else is coming to your party. Who's coming? Mick.
Mick.
He calls Mickey Mouse Mick.
Mickey Mouse.
Mick now. Mickey Mouse is
Because
just Mick.
Goofy says like, "Hi, I'm Mick," and so he does Mick.
He kept looking at my phone on speaker and looking at the TV because I turned all down. I muted y'all. He's so confused, but he's excited.
Well, normally when I'm talking to Ryan, he sees Ryan's face and name on the display.
But he'll go back on YouTube and like watch this,
he'll watch this
find
over and
the
over.
show. He'll find the show and he'll hear himself talking on. It'll be exciting. It'll
He's
be
going to
fun.
love it.
He's gonna love it. Yeah. So okay. Well, y'all have a great Friday.
Great, thanks, Eric.
Eric, I'm
Matt,
excited about the
how's
party
better?
tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. It's gonna be amazing. It really is.
I'm looking forward to the party favors. Is what I'm most looking forward
very
to.
nice, and a lot of games.
Okay.
With a lot of prizes.
All right.
Too. So I
I
don't
like
know.
prizes.
Are the kids coming or no? I mean, I know they don't want to play games, but they did last year.
The girls are doing have a camp, but I think
man,
but Houston wants to come.
Oh, well, tell Houston we have a
So,
football throwing. You throw the football through Mickey's ear.
Okay.
So he's probably going to dominate the games because
I love that.
Because he's like a man child.
because he's
He's
like
17
a
years
college
old.
athlete. We have the special needs kids here. Yeah. So
It'll be Houston against like 10 kids from Drew's school. They're like,
Hey, you got to win sometime,
there's not,
man.
we don't have many kids coming, but no. So yeah. Good prizes too. So okay, well
All
then good. We'll tell the girls we'll miss them, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
all right, see you, babe.
All right, bye.
All right, it's after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us here. We'll do Ask Ryan to wrap up hour number 2 when we come back on AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by New Orleans Flooring, NOLAflooring.com. I had a buddy of mine text me earlier today, actually a buddy you know as well, Jeff, who said, hey, man, need 20 to 30,000 square foot of tile for a facility. Give me your contact over at New Orleans Flooring. How about that?
That's a lot of.
That's a
lot
lot
of
of
stuff.
square foot of tile. But you want to know what? You want to know who can handle it?
No, they got it.
New Orleans Flooring. You want to know why? Because they keep more than 1 million square foot of flooring in stock. That's New Orleans Flooring. So you can go by either New Orleans Flooring location, Metairie, and Airline Highway in Prairieville. The Prairieville location, of course, if you're listening to us, you go south on Airline Highway in Prairieville. You pass up the Walmart on the right. And then, boom, right after Walmart, you'll see New Orleans Flooring. The blue and gray awning right there and sign, it's New Orleans Flooring. Get to NOLAflooring.com. That's NOLAflooring.com. 2 locations and online at NOLAflooring.com. Buy where the pros buy. The New Orleans Flooring or NOLAflooring.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $25,000 off new 22 Ram 1500 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Go
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. We always appreciate our friends at Don Juan Cigar Bar, title sponsor of our Friday shows, and glad to have you hanging out with us here. Of course, let's do some Ask Ryan to wrap up the hour like we always do. Get your questions in for Theriot. You can ask anything about anything. You can email us, tweet us, text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan. What MLB player would you intentionally hit if you threw as hard as Skeens?
That's a good question. I don't follow it enough right now. I'd probably hit Ronald Acuna Jr. because when you hit him, it gets under his skin a little bit, and I think he's probably one of the best players on the planet right now.
Evans Cavan, Ask Ryan. Advice: felt hat is for fall, straw hat is for summer.
I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. Is that this?
Oh, yeah, you're wearing a felt hat.
No, who's that, Evan?
Evans.
Evans, let me tell you something there, cowboy. Straw hats are for wieners, okay? Real men wear felt hats even if it's 100 degrees outside, okay?
Who's the guy that wears the black hat? Who's the country guy that wears the black hat all the time?
George Strait.
They
Black.
never wore a straw hat, right?
No, they never wore a straw hat. You know who else doesn't wear a straw hat?
No.
Rip doesn't wear a straw hat from Yellowstone, okay?
Who's that?
And he's as badass as they come. Evans, nerd. You probably play pickleball.
Chris Burke says, Ask Ryan, what about foot golf? Is that a sport?
No, it's not a sport. I don't even know what that is.
Rose said, I'm not a fan of most country music, but my daughter-in-law is. I grew up on Roy Rogers, so I think Theriot looks good.
Thanks. Who's that? What's her name?
Rose.
Thanks, Rose.
Rose is 70 years old. Shout out, Rose.
Shout out to Rose.
Shout out to Rose. Corey said, tell Ryan, Texas Tornado, LOL.
It's a good one.
What is that?
It's a beautiful song. Great song by Tracy. Circa 1994. It's a good one.
Been a long time. Ask Ryan. This is Craig. Ask Ryan. As a cultured man, is the age-old saying, when love puts you through the fire, when love puts you to the test, nothing cures a broken heart like time, love, and tenderness, particularly true?
I'm not listening.
Oh, that's a Michael Bolton line.
I was texting somebody. What'd you say?
He goes, when love puts you through the fire, when love puts you to the test, nothing heals a broken heart like time, love, and tenderness. That was Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton was a guy back in the day.
No, he's a dude.
Also a great comedic streak that he did with The Lonely Island.
He's him.
He did good.
He's him.
All right, Sports Center's coming up. Okay. Right after the top of the hour, Terry Rooney is going to join us. New LSU assistant on Jay Johnson's staff, was here under Paul Maneri, left, has made it back to Baton Rouge, and we're excited to have Coach Rooney on the show with us. We'll do that coming up right after Sports Center. Hour 3 is next.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. Call 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. That's williamsoneye.com. If you want to see 2020 without contacts or glasses, the Williamson Eye Center makes it happen. Look, a lot of you are like Theriot. You start to get old. And then whenever you're trying to look at your phone, you can't see it in front of your face anymore. You kind of have to like hold it away. Or like you're trying to look at the TV and you have to like start squinting a little bit, right? That's what happens. It's just part of aging. Nothing to be ashamed of. That happened to me just genetically. I had terrible eyes. I was wearing glasses in the 6th grade. Stinks. You know who fixed it all? Dr. Blake Williamson. Did it for me. He can help you as well. You want to see 2020 without contacts or glasses? Dr. Blake Williamson can help. He's the best. Call 924-2020. 924-2020 or williamsoneye.com.
Relentless reporting gets results.
I'm never going to stop until we get the answers you need.
Uncovering more as the powerful try to cover things up.
What happens in the dark will always come to light.
Founding new principles and practices for the state of Louisiana.
Chief Investigative Reporter Chris Nakamoto.
Chris Nakamoto and the Investigative Unit. Recipients of Columbia University's prestigious DuPont Award.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
The world's leaders in obesity research, obesity medicine, and obesity science are right here.
We're doing something that no one's ever done or trying to answer a question that no one's ever asked before.
Pennington is a real jewel when it comes to research.
We are finding the solutions to the world's worst chronic disease, which is obesity. Louisiana needs Pennington Biomedical.
Rev Business started small in 1935. We built our reputation by providing hometown service with Louisiana hustle. For nearly 90 years, we've expanded across our great state, through the swamps and across the Mississippi, bringing fiber optics from the capital to the North Shore and down the bayou to the coast, all to connect your business with the world. Rev is about big business technology with small business personal service, powerful solutions, unmatched local service. Rev Business.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Tennessee avoids a ban on bowl game appearances after an NCAA investigation. The school's punishment, though, will include vacating wins, 5 years probation, an $8 million fine, and the loss of 28 scholarships during the probation period. The investigation uncovered more than 200 infractions. Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz both win in straight sets today at the Wimbledon semifinals. Djokovic trying to win his 24th Grand Slam title, which would tie Margaret Court's record for the most all-time. ESPN's Patrick McEnroe.
You know he's going to be ready. You know he's going to relish this challenge, and this is what the tennis world wanted to see. Djokovic playing as well as he's playing, dominating maybe as much as he ever has on this court against the greatest next-gen player who's here.
Patrick McEnroe. The men's final is Sunday. Tomorrow it's the ladies' final. Coverage starts at 8 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Defensive lineman Malik Jackson, who didn't play in the NFL last year, announces his retirement today on the NFL Network.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride. You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back? Back again.
Lisa, I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour, presented by ProCharge EV. Call 225-397-4593 or go to ProChargeEV.com.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
Let me find out that ain't your real booty.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Alondra Villarreal. Hey! And Theriot!
Show me!
All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you are driving home with us, and our pleasure to welcome Terry Rooney to AFR, LSU's new Associate Director of Program Development and Recruiting. His second go-round in BR with the Purple and Gold. Coach, it's a pleasure. How are you?
I am doing great. Thanks so much for having me on, Matt. Really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. We're glad to have you, and glad to have you obviously back in Baton Rouge as well. Did you ever think this road would lead you back to Baton Rouge?
Well, I'll tell you, in some ways, I certainly hoped it would. And, my experience there, I can tell you the 2 years that I was there were certainly two of the best years of my life, without question, both personally and professionally. I loved every single minute of it there. I tell people often in my 2 years there, to me, it certainly seemed like I was there longer. And I don't know if it was because of maybe in the essence in which we kind of, helped build the program back, the relationships that we had with the kids, But it was an amazing 2 years there. Loved every minute of it, not just living in Baton Rouge, working with the program, but the people. So certainly excited to be back and working for Jay Johnson.
You missed a natty on the front end last time by a year, and now you're coming in right after a natty. Like, do you feel like there's just like a little bit of something missing there?
I'll tell you, that's a great point. You know what I mean? You're right. I've kind of been sandwiched in between it a little bit, but hopefully I can do what I can to help assist in any way to put ourselves in another position. But yeah, I knew that. Obviously when I left LSU, after that year when we went to Omaha, certainly felt like we had a great team that year and they'd be in that position. But listen, opportunity came and again, the 2 years that I had there were unbelievable. Love every minute, and I can tell you, I could not get there quick enough to begin this job the second time around.
I want to go through some of that if we can, but what will your role be? We see the title, but what will your role consist of?
I think it's going to be the potential of a variety of things, and I think the main part will be recruitment. And the things that obviously that we're able to do, from an NCAA standpoint, but. Jay and I certainly have a lot of discussions on things that in his mind, that he can continue and will continue to do to elevate the program and sustain the program, to the level that it's certainly been and going to continue to be. And I think the focus from a recruitment standpoint is going to be certainly the large majority, of the job.
Coach, you mentioned recruitment. I think it's been well documented how Jay loves to be on the road, man. I mean, when we talk about head coaches being involved in the recruiting process, he's second to none in the country right now, and it's paying off not only in the transfer portal but also with the high school players. What does that do with your job? Does that help, and in what areas can you enhance that?
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, Jay Johnson is absolutely the best recruiter in college baseball in any aspect, whether it's assistant head coach, and obviously as a head coach, he's extremely active. And he loves it, when for many, many years, certainly starting as an assistant to being the head coach, he's been actively involved in it. There's no question he's shown that he's the best there is in the country. And that's obviously not going to change by any end. I think that, our relationship, began, just kind of knowing each other on the road from a recruitment standpoint. And that's how our relationship really began and was established. And I think that, I hope that maybe the prior experiences that I have had at the various places I've been, maybe some of the things that I've seen, along with my past history at LSU, will allow me to add maybe potential, a little bit different dynamic too, and continue to do what I can to assist and enhance the program from that standpoint.
When we're in a great situation, it's not every day that you get an opportunity to come back right to that situation, and this is true in a lot of aspects of life. You've been to some pretty high-profile stops since leaving LSU. Now you're getting a chance to come back again, a little second go-around. What did you learn the first time that you may do differently this time, not only on the field but also off the field? Restaurants that might be good that you know about. What about Baton Rouge are you prepared for now?
Oh, man, I tell you, that's a great question. Well, that could take an hour to answer how much I loved it. Well, I would just tell you this, from a personal standpoint, just myself, obviously, Coach Maneri and I were together for 3 years at Notre Dame, and then came with him, for the 2 years at LSU. So just obviously that was a very special relationship. During that time I was at LSU, I also actually got engaged right there on the lake.
Oh, wow.
Right off of campus there. So my wife and I, we actually got married in between year 1 and 2 over the winter, and then she moved to Baton Rouge, and obvious that we left. So I think the things, that I'll take with me is I understand the dynamics of recruiting at the national level. I understand and feel confident in recruiting in the dynamics in the SEC level. And as you guys know, in following it and documenting it, recruiting is an evolving situation right now, in all its college athletics. And I think having knowledge of that is the most important thing. And then the second thing is the how to. And obviously Jay and Josh and Nate Yeske and everybody that's been there have done a terrific job, not only in LSU, but all the stops that they've been at. So, I'm just there to assist really in anything that I can. As far as Baton Rouge, on a personal note, hey, the restaurants, I could name a dozen of them that I can't wait to get to. I've been on the road recruiting quite a bit, so I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But I can tell you this, I cannot wait to get back and get after some of those restaurants for sure.
Terry Rooney is with us. I was going to ask, have you been back to Baton Rouge yet? I mean, because this happened quickly, and then you were out recruiting. So have you been here yet?
I have been there for a very short time. Just for a very short time, and then since then, I have been on the road. So these next, from a recruiting standpoint, these next couple weeks, are obviously very important in every aspect. Whether it's the transfer portal or whether it's seeing high school kids and getting ready, for the phone calls for the 2025. So it's a lot of evaluation right now, and a lot of road time, and that'll kind of go on for probably about the next 4 weeks or so until the beginning of school.
Can you walk us through the timeline of how it happened with you and Jay connecting to get you back here?
Well, I'll tell you, Jay and I have, he would tell you the same. We've had some dialogue in the last few years, to be honest with you, in the stops that he's been at. And I feel very fortunate for that, and this is so much not just the opportunity to come back to LSU, but the chance to work for Jay. The respect level is at the highest level anybody can possibly have as a colleague. I know what he does, having coached against him, having recruited against him, and haven't had a chance to get to know him the last few years. So the timeline really, I will tell you, was very quick, but it's something, in the last few years, we've talked about a little bit, just the some of the areas within the program just didn't really line up, I guess you could say, with what he was looking for, what he had, and those kind of things. But once he knew, I think he was going to create this specific position, of program development and recruiting. I think he reached out to me and we began the process. And it's obviously because of our past experiences together, trying to put something together to work together, it would happen very quick.
Coach, we're giving away tickets to Tracy Lawrence this evening concert. Can I interest you in a couple? Are you a fan or no?
He's not here.
Oh, he's not here.
If I was there, I'd be in. Listen, I will tell you this. I love music. I love all types of music. I mean, country, 80s. I mean, I like it all. I'm not bad at name that tune. A little bit of everything. But if I was there, man, I would be in. I appreciate it.
Do you like Tracy Lawrence? Because Matt hates him. Matt hates everything country.
I don't know who Tracy Lawrence is.
He hates everything country.
I don't like country music. I don't even know who Tracy Lawrence is.
He's wonderful.
I'm sure he's a very nice man.
I love country music. I feel like I know Tracy Lawrence, but I can tell you I'm not sure.
Paint Me a Birmingham?
I know a song off the top. Yeah, there you go.
Texas Tornado?
See, he doesn't know who
Texas
this is.
Tornado. Texas. I do 100% know Texas Tornado.
Yeah. If you got a few bars you can spit on, that's fine. We do that here. We sing.
Absolutely. I do know Texas Tornado. Yeah, I got a visual of them in my mind too. Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll ask you some legitimate questions again while Ryan wears a stupid cowboy hat and tries to talk about the Tracy Lawrence show tonight. As you are sort of working back in, have you all identified roster needs for 24, and how far in advance do you start to work out as you're sort of rebuilding the roster?
I'll tell you, and I heard Jay say this, a few times, and obviously I agree, and it's a great way of how he's looking at it, and I think how a lot of people are looking at it in college baseball. A couple main things here. One, certainly the transfer portal is a dynamic that's created its own evolution in the last 2 years. The second aspect is the NCAA, just passed a rule recently that you cannot have any type of contact, with freshmen and sophomores. Until August 1st going into their junior year. So the reason I tell you that is the days of, committing earlier in their high school careers and those kind of things, they're gone. That's off the table now. So really that combined with the portal, I think what a lot of people are looking at when you're talking about, Matt, identifying, I call it seeing the forest through the trees, is that you really are working year to year more, right? I think the rosters in college baseball, there's a little bit more of a heightened awareness of year to year. Now, obviously, you're evaluating, even though you can't have recruitment of the younger kids. You're evaluating. You're having a pulse on what's out there, and going on the road, particularly in the summers. But I just think from an overall standpoint, one of the kind of dynamics that's changing a little bit in college baseball, large part, the two reasons, the non-contact with the freshmen and sophomores in high school, and two, the transfer portal. I think the focus is a lot more on the day-to-day and the year-to-year.
Well, if you're trying to go year-to-year, I don't imagine there's a better time to be part of the LSU staff than right now. I mean, what an incredible season for Jay Johnson and what he's been able to do with his staff to this point, and obviously just to continue building upon that. I would imagine, Coach, last thing we could chat, I would imagine when you're out recruiting right now, the LSU brand pretty solid and well received on the recruiting trail?
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about that, and you're exactly right. You know what Jay and this coaching staff has done is awesome, is incredible. You know, I don't think people, I don't think there's a surprise element to it. I mean, what Jay Johnson has done everywhere he's been is extremely impressive. That's why he's there. And what the coaches, the staff, and obviously that tremendous group of players did was very, very special, and solidified themselves obviously as the best team in college baseball and one of the best teams ever. And that is something that certainly I know everybody, the current team, the coaches, and then the alums, which is certainly a tremendous, and along with the fan base of LSU, is something everybody's proud of. So it is a great time for everybody to be an LSU Tiger, and I'm certainly honored and privileged to be a part of it.
Terry Rooney, welcome back to Baton Rouge, Coach. It's great to have you. We appreciate a couple of minutes today.
Guys, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it.
That's our pleasure. That is Terry Rooney joining LSU for the second time. As he mentioned, came with Coach Maneri from Notre Dame to Baton Rouge, was here 07-08, went to Omaha with that squad in 08, became the head coach at Central Florida, and now back as a member of Jay Johnson's staff as the Associate Director of Development and Recruiting. We're brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of darn near every sports league, and certainly our official sports betting partner here on AFR, from the gridiron to the diamond, the cages of the UFC. If you're looking to bet on sports, the DraftKings Sportsbook, no better place to do it. Money lines, prop bets, parlays, basically anything. Futures bets. And we got college football and the NFL right around the bend. You want to start betting on win totals and awards and prop bets like that, you can do it all at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Remember, right now, you can bet just $5. New customer, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use the promo code Baton Rouge, bet just $5 on anything, and they'll give you $150 in bonus bets instantly just for betting $5 on anything right now at the DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings same-game parlays are available as well. Just open up the DraftKings app, opt in, and then place your bet. You combine multiple bets. The more legs, obviously, the more you can win. It's at the DraftKings Sportsbook app with the promo code Baton Rouge. New customers bet $5 on anything, get $150 in bonus bets instantly, only at the DraftKings Sportsbook with the promo code Baton Rouge. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bet expires 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/baseball terms. Licensed partner, Gold Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537. All right, it is After Further Review. Appreciate Coach Rooney for joining. So we gave away 3 pair of tickets to the Tracy Lawrence Show. We've got a bunch more people asking for tickets.
Okay.
All right, we'll run through these when we come back. I do want your thoughts, because we haven't got to talk yet about the MLB draft. So I would like to get your reaction to what happened. 13 players drafted. I want to get your reaction to that and what the roster may start to look like next year. We'll get to all of that with Theriot as we continue here in the 5 o'clock hour. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. Tell you every day, do business with someone you know. That's me. That's the fine gentleman here in the cowboy hat. What are we seeing out there, man?
Well, so we had a few hailstorms the last couple weeks. The phones have been ringing pretty consistently. If you had hail and think you may have had damage, the smart thing to do is at least get an inspection. And HUDCO Roofing offers free inspections. We can get up there. We can see if there's any damage. What you don't want to happen, Matt, is there to be damage, and then slowly but surely rain creeps in, and next thing you know, you got damaged interior inside your home. And so give us a shout at HUDCO Roofing. Get that done before hurricane season comes. The storm season is upon us. So just get it up there and make sure we can get up there and check it out.
364-1007, 364-1007, or HUDCORoofing.com. Tell you every single day, do business with someone you know. That's us, HUDCO Roofing and HUDCORoofing.com.
This summer, retirement is a state of mind. Whether it's a mid-morning activity or an early bird special, grab a Coors Light and chill like you're retired.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, live at lunch on Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind. When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2640.
This is the way I live. Little boy still pushing big wheels. I stack my money, lay low and chill. Don't need to work hard, that's the way I feel. I feel like this is the way I live.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Connor said, can me and my fiance have the tickets? We don't like country, but I just won my rec league pickleball tournament, and the fiance just won the biannual Frisbee golf tournament. Would be great to celebrate.
Nope.
You turned somebody down.
I didn't like that one.
Wow. Okay.
What else you got?
This one just says, I'm in Laplace and I can make it. Oh, no, here. I went to see Tracy and Kenner years ago. Walked up to him. He bent down. I gave him some beads. It got caught on his private part, and I missed a photo moment and would like a repeat with Pick. I'm in Laplace and I can make it.
Yeah, they said Kenner. They're in. I mean, Kenner is just a wonderful place. I love Kenner.
America City.
It's great. It's a great spot. Shout out, Kenner.
All right, so I'll message this person and let them know.
Heck yeah.
All right. Name will be at.
It will call, yeah.
Call. Mm-hmm. All right. That person has been notified.
I'm just slinging them. Are we promoters?
That's 8. That's 8 pair you've given away already.
Let's just keep going.
You have any more?
That's 8 pair.
Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Okay.
You're gonna like. I'm telling you, you're gonna like this one.
Wait, so that's 16 tickets?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's 4 pair. We've given away 8 total.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, you're going to like this one for sure.
Okay.
And then we'll talk baseball.
All right.
Draft. It's my girlfriend's birthday tonight and our 2-year anniversary on Sunday. She's a huge country music fan, and I'm a broke college kid who's trying to find a way to bring her on a nice date. Tracy Lawrence concert would make the weekend.
Yes. Okay. I like that. Love the honesty. Yeah, try to get the guy some action tonight. Let's do it. He's in.
I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay.
Where are we? How many is that?
That's okay, that's your 5 pair. That's 10. Ooh, that's That's 10 tickets.
Let's just keep going. I got more. I got permission. Now, these people that we're giving these away to, you got to buy some beer and stuff.
Oh, my God. This has to be. I don't think she realizes this person has the same last name as the person we just read, and she says she's trying to get it as a birthday present for her son's girlfriend.
Oh,
so
no.
I don't think she realized, or maybe he sent it to his mom, hey, do this too. But like because when you use this app and you text, like it shows me like your name and your profile. So I can see their last name is the same, and it's the same story. Oh, that's so good. So she has the hat and the boots and nowhere to go.
That's perfect.
And now she does. All right. So he got a pair.
They're in.
All right, they're in.
Let's do one more.
You'll do one more? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So Theriot has tickets to Tracy Lawrence.
We're just slinging them.
For at Lamar Dixon tonight. Okay.
It's kind of like the Hudco hat party where we're just giving stuff away.
Slinging them.
When
How
did you do
about this one? I want the tickets because Old Country doesn't suck. I want to have a beer with Theriot because me and my wife need a date night, and the 8-month-old needs to spend time with Mama and Papa.
Yeah. Let's give it to him.
I wonder.
I feel like Oprah.
Now, okay. You want to give a pair there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not turning anybody away. Well, yeah, I will. If you mention pickleball or frisbee golf, you're getting turned away.
All right. We are slinging tickets to Tracy Lawrence. I've turned into like your ticket broker. That's what I've turned into. Like I'm sitting here messaging people. I got our list for
who else we got? Let's go.
These are all the people who have got them. They've already been notified and they're winning. Now you got to better put these people's name. Will call. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's after further review. Maybe we'll do some more. We still got time, and we got to call Georgie. It's Georgie's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? George's birthday. Happy birthday, Georgia. It's Drew's birthday on Tuesday. I tell you what, man. And then my sister's birthday on Wednesday, the 19th.
What?
And my niece Olivia's birthday on the 29th. Erica's birthday on the 30th.
And your birthday was last week?
My birthday was the 8th. My nephew Eli's birthday's on the 4th. Bro, July's an expensive month.
July's an expensive month. Christmas in July. Got him.
It feels like it. All right.
Good thing you're rich, bro. You know?
No, I'm not. No, you know my wife. She makes sure I'm never going to be rich.
Got him.
All right. So LSU, 13 players drafted. Skeens 1 to Pittsburgh. Cruz 2 to Washington. Give me some thoughts. Do you have any over? Did you watch them or follow? You did? Okay, go ahead.
You know, I don't think it's been talked about enough how impressive that is, that 1-2 mark is. There's you always throw the high school kid in there at the end that everybody's enamored with, and if the team's going to be cheap and try to save some money, and I mean it just always seems like it happens at the end where the best player doesn't get taken first, and you see some guys slip, and it's a money thing, blah blah blah. For teammates to go 1-2, I mean it's never happened. I don't know that it'll ever happen again. Pitcher and position player.
Yeah.
Look, man, and off the team that won the College World Series, it was just a magical day for LSU baseball. It was a magical day for LSU, period. You look back, the only school in NCAA history to have first 1-1s in every, in all the sports. It was a great day for the Tigers.
13 players drafted in all. Were there any surprises that you saw? Guys that were drafted, where they were drafted, or guys that weren't drafted?
I think the deal, cut before the draft that not everybody knows about probably was a thing. So some people that didn't get drafted, talking specifically about high school kids, I think LSU lost one high school player this draft.
Blake Mitchell went eighth overall.
So of course you're going to lose him. Yeah. That's something that hasn't been talked about enough. That is impressive. If you look back at all the recruiting classes going back years and years and years, this is coming off a national championship with a lights-out class. To keep them all except for one is unheard of. Okay, So that's one point that I think should be talked about more. And then to have 13 guys off of one team get drafted, the biggest number in LSU history. The Gavin in the 6th was a little bit of a surprise. I think that was probably talked about beforehand. I think it's smart for the Nationals for their first round pick, the second pick overall, to have a guy there with him. I know the plan is for those two to stay together at least this year and probably next, assuming Dylan's not in the major leagues next year, but he may. So great for Gavin. He's going to get looks and be there. Christian Little was a bit of a surprise.
Let me go rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw out the name in order. You just give me a quick thought.
Okay.
So Grant Taylor went in round 2 to the White Sox.
Surprise. That was a surprise. Because his body of work prior to wasn't something that jumped off the page for me.
Man, but he was so good in the fall.
Okay, so a lot of people are good in the fall. And I get it.
But yeah. I mean, he got $1.5 million.
Yeah, I get it.
Ty Floyd going 38 overall.
Mm-hmm. Not a shock. Was kind of expecting him to go a little bit earlier.
The Astros were going to pick him at 28. They tried to get him to take a deal. He wouldn't. Stayed firm on his number and then got it with Cincinnati at 30. He got 2.5. So good for him. Trey Morgan went in round 3 to Tampa.
That's about where I thought Trey would go. Yeah. Doesn't mean he's not going to be a big leaguer and have a wonderful career, because I think he 100% can. If we see the Trey Morgan that we saw in the postseason, he's a major league player for me all day long.
Yeah, Garrett Edwards. There was no reason for Garrett to come back.
No.
He probably wasn't going to pitch next year because of Tommy John. Blake Money went in the 12th round. He's going to sign. Braden Joubert went in the 12th round. He'll sign. Riley Cooper told us he went in round 13. Yeah. He just wanted to start his career. That happens. Jordan Thompson went in round 15. That was a surprise to some that he lasted when he did. What I was told was Jordan's number was $500,000, and that would have put him somewhere around 3-4, around there, which is, I think, what most were expecting. And I know he got calls of people trying to get him to take less, and he wouldn't take less. Ultimately, what I understand is he got about $250 in round 15. So he got top 8 round money in round 15 from the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty firm number for him. I was shocked to see that he didn't go. The main thing with Jordan is he needs to go. He needs to get at bats. He needs to play. And so you look at the organization and figure out which one's the gives you the best opportunity. But that was a little shock that he dropped the way he did.
Javen Coleman went in round 16, also to the Dodgers. I'm told that they got the Dodgers and Javen Coleman have some work to do to finalize a deal there. Otherwise, he'd be back at LSU. And then you mentioned Christian Little, who went in round 19.
I expect Coleman to come back.
Okay.
Little, I don't know.
Little's coming back.
Yeah, I was going to say. Back. I mean, I don't think he.
It's surprising though, because he's going to be a senior. Like, he's got no leverage. He puts himself in the situation Gavin Dugas did.
But but when you have the stuff that Christian Little has, he has the talent to go out there and be a first, second round guy. He's just got to go do it.
But he's not going to make first or second round money.
Well, I mean, the senior sign thing. If you're a first rounder senior, you're still making money. I mean, you see it. You see it time and time again. Those guys can. You may have to sign under slot, but you'll still make good money.
We'll see. Hope so. I hope the best for him. But also look at a very, very crowded pitching staff next year. Like, where are the innings? He didn't pitch down the stretch this year. You're only more talented now next year with the transfers you have coming in and the freshmen. I mean, Cameron Johnson's the highest rated prospect ever to come to LSU's campus. He's the 11th overall prospect in this class. Dylan Cruz was 13th for context. I mean, literally the lefty throwing 95. I mean,
yeah.
When does a lefty throwing 95 show up on a college campus? Not often.
No.
All right. It's after further review. We're brought to you by Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com. Relief Windows is one of our presenting sponsors there at SEC Football Media Days. Of course, SEC Media Days next week, presented by Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com, and also with Rev and Relief Windows. When we talk about Relief Windows, how about relief from high energy bills? My goodness. Talk about the weather, 110 degrees outside. Man, when you go to Relief, they'll actually show you this demonstration. Have you ever seen them do that, where they'll take the window, like a regular glass window, and their energy-efficient window, and they'll put it on a lamp on top of it, and they'll have like a thermostat underneath? And so you can see the temperature of the heat under the energy-efficient window and under the regular glass window. It's amazing. I mean, it's a great demonstration to show you the temperature difference. Like, so when you're keeping your home more energy-efficient, obviously your AC won't have to work as hard. You're saving money. It's going to save you money on your energy bills, and time it'll pay for itself, increase your home's resale value. It's Relief Windows. Energy-efficient replacement windows. Beautiful entry doors, hardy plank and vinyl siding. They do it all at Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Okay, how many more tickets to Tracy Lawrence do you want to give away?
Let's just keep reading. I mean, if they got good ones, I may have to be a little bit more picky moving forward, but yeah, I mean, I've got the go-ahead to just keep slinging them. So
all right. Tracy Lawrence tonight at Lamar Dixon
Expo
in
Center.
Gonzales. At
Yeah.
Lamar Dixon in Gonzales.
Shout out Ascension Parish.
Theriot is giving away tickets here, courtesy of our friends over at Lamar Dixon, who've been great friends of ours for a lot of years. You've already given away 6 pair.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see if we can give away some more. If you want them, just text me. Let me know why you want them. Theriot will decide if you get them. 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Quick break. We'll also get to Ask Ryan in about 15 minutes from right now. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Pluckers. You know what today is?
It's Friday.
It is, but it's also the start of the second half of the baseball season.
Oh, yeah.
You know who my new favorite baseball team is?
The Rays.
No. The Braves. Love
Why?
the Braves.
Why?
My new favorite team. How about this? In the history of baseball, only 2 teams have ever gone the entire first half of the season without a single sacrifice bunt. The 2022 Braves and the 2023 Braves.
Shout out.
Who's the best offense in baseball right now, Rhino?
The Braves.
No doubt. My new favorite team, because the Yankees stink right now. So, you want to go watch all the Braves games? You know where you go?
Pluckers.
Yeah, you do. What do you get there?
I get Gold Rush wings, 6 of them, and then I get the Guapo dip,
Garlic parm.
and then I get the holy
Shout out.
macaroni.
Shout out. It's all at Pluckers, where if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $25,000 off new 22 Ram 1500 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory, all with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models at Corvell Toyota in Opelousas. And we also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Make this summer your backyard party year with Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, brisket, steak, and boudin, plus great Cajun side dishes. We do all the prep, and you enjoy laughing with friends and family. Chris's Specialty Foods, Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly
until it uptown, pass it till it uptown, pass it, get the gag, get the gag, get the gag. Until it downtown, pass it till it downtown, pass it, get the gag, get the gag.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Until it West Bank,
Hutco Roofing brings you live coverage of the 2023 SEC Football Media Days, Monday, July 17th through Thursday, July 20th. Find highlights from the week on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Our coverage is also brought to you locally by Rev Business and Relief Windows.
Looking forward to it. We'll be in Nashville starting on Monday for SEC Football Media Days. Big storylines, man. LSU obviously will be at the podium on Monday. So Brian Kelly, the Tigers, are they ready to unseat Alabama for a second consecutive year? That's going to be a huge talking point. You know, a year ago, so much of the LSU conversation was, quite honestly, just making fun of Brian Kelly, the family accent, the dancing with the recruits and spinning camera and everything. And then the season started, and LSU won 10 games and beat Alabama and won the West, and everybody kind of shut up and took it really more seriously now. And I feel stupid saying that while wearing this tiny cowboy hat sitting high atop my head. But the conversation around LSU next week in Nashville is going to change dramatically. But it's fun. It'll be fun to be there.
And this is a team that's returning some really, really good players. You got a quarterback that's second in the Heisman odds. I mean, this team is going to be a good – I'm most excited about Mason Smith. That's what I want to see. I want to see what he looks like.
I want to give you this hat back. By the way, it says in there George Strait collection.
Oh.
So that's who I was talking about was George.
I got this hat from Paw, and
he's a George Strait fan?
He's a George Strait guy.
Okay.
And I tried to –
that doesn't fit me at all.
So when I was playing ball, you'll love this. I tried to give myself the nickname Paw.
Why?
I don't know. Because I love my Paw, and he was awesome. And I needed I needed a nickname. I want a nickname.
Rhino?
No, not like that. And I've been talking to Tilly about this. I've been talking to a lot of people about this.
About you getting a nickname?
I want them to give me a nickname, and I'm going to tell you the nickname that I want. I want Junebug. I want people to start calling me Junebug.
Why?
I don't know. I like the nickname. I think it's a cool nickname. Tilly won't do it. He says you can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah, I'll never call you Junebug.
So we're having this conversation with Kyle Rogers this morning out at Lamar.
Okay.
And he goes, I got it. I got your nickname. We'll call you Cricket. Little Cricket.
Why?
Because I said maybe like a cool insect or like a something. He goes, bro, that'd be perfect. That's what you should do. And I'm like, I don't hate it. So I guess can you give yourself a nickname? Is that a thing?
Absolutely not.
So how do you get, I want a nickname.
Someone has to give it to you and it has to stick.
Well, let's go. Give me something. I need a good nickname. I think it should be an insect or an animal.
Rhino?
It's too close to my name.
It's an animal. Big Bad Rye Guy? Rhiney?
No.
The Riot?
That's my name. It's a play off of my name.
Mr. The Riot?
I want like Junebug.
No. Text us your idea for Theriot's nickname or tweet me at Matt Moscona. You could text me as well, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. What should Theriot's nickname be?
Lil Junebug.
I refuse to call you Lil Junebug.
What about just June?
And I don't understand why you want a nickname.
Hey, you want to call Georgia? It's getting late.
Absolutely, yes. Can we give away one more pair?
I'd love to.
We got to do this one.
Okay,
we got to do this one.
Let's do it.
Okay. So our friend Chessa Boucher.
Yeah.
So Brian Holland texted and said Chessa is a huge country fan, wants tickets. He's even letting her out of work if we can get them. So I'm like, come on, we got them.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
How many does she need?
Okay.
A couple?
2, yeah. All right. Chessa, you're going.
You're in.
All right.
We'll paint you a Birmingham tonight.
There it is. Chessa.
Chessa.
I don't know why he texted the show text line, though, and not my... Well, I guess because I don't ever check my phone during the show.
Yeah,
I don't check my personal text line during the show. Okay, are we calling Georgie? All right, let's go. All right, we're going to get... So real quick, we're going to get to Ask Ryan to end the show. That's coming up next. So get your questions. You can ask Theriot anything about anything. Email us, tweet us at Matt Moscona. You can jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the YouTube channel, or you can text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. You giving her the number?
Yeah.
Yeah, give her the number. 396-4400, 396-4400. Ask Ryan is coming up. But today, what are you doing?
She's not going to answer her phone.
We'll text her and let her know to answer the phone.
But she doesn't do that. She's bad about the phone stuff.
Are you just going to call her there and just put it on speaker? Just call her and put it on speaker.
You know
yeah,
what
just
we'll
put it on speaker. What are you doing? Huh? Is Jonna at home?
No, they're out shopping.
Oh, they're all together. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to call Jonna. And then Jonna will call Georgia. Yeah, for sure. Okay. We've clearly planned all of this out in advance, and it's going wonderfully with lots of people listening to live radio and watching live television as we're trying to call Georgia.
But we're giving away tickets. We're blessing people's hearts today.
We are. You're right. We're doing that.
We're blessing hearts.
We've made a lot of people. We good? Okay. All right, go. Take it away.
Jonna.
Sure, happy birthday.
There you go.
Hey, where's Georgia?
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hello?
Georgia, what's up? It's Mr. Matt.
Oh, hey, Mr. Matt. What's up?
Well, I'm just doing a radio show, and you're live on the radio. I'm sitting here with your dad.
Hey, George.
And with Alondra and Paul over here, who are not apparently going to say. There we go. What? Your mic wasn't on.
Hi.
Hey, Georgia.
There you go. Paul, say hi.
Hello.
Well, Georgia, we heard today's a very special day, that it's Friday, July the 14th.
Yes.
Yep. Fridays are special. July is special.
Mm-hmm.
And we just wanted to wish you a very, very happy Friday.
Thank you.
So you're 15 years old today?
Yeah.
Do you feel super old?
No, not at all. I still feel 14. I haven't really adjusted yet.
All right, let's get down to the brass tacks. Number one, what are mom and dad getting you for your birthday?
We're shopping right now, but we're going to the Tracy Lawrence concert. So I think that's like one of my gifts.
I love it. That's so good.
And I just got some earrings.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And how are the flying squirrels doing? That's the other thing I need to know.
Amazing. Macy and I actually have a camp tomorrow for LSU.
Good.
And our season just ended, but I think we're going to start up again in like a couple weeks.
All right. So, by the way, I love the fact that she didn't skip a beat when I asked about the flying squirrels.
Yeah, no, she gets it.
Because
I get it, yeah.
He won't. Georgia, like every time I ask about the squirrels, like they don't play for them anymore. And I know that. Like I know you don't play for the flying squirrel, but I love the mascot, so you're always going to be the flying squirrels to me. Like
I just don't want to correct you, you know?
Well, when you and Macy are playing in the Women's World Cup for Team USA, I'm still going to call you the flying squirrels.
Yeah, you better.
Of course I will. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, do it.
Well, I'm so stinking happy for you.
She made it.
I'm glad that y'all are doing awesome.
I made it.
Well, no, I love that y'all are doing great in soccer and in school and in everything. And happy birthday. Hey, do you want to sing?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's everybody sing.
Oh my God.
Here we go. It's happy birthday she's 15 to Georgia. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgia. Happy birthday to you. Right.
Thank you.
On her actual birthday.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
happy
you so
birthday,
much.
Georgia. Have a great day.
Thank you.
See ya.
Aw.
She loved it.
Is she really embarrassed by that, you think?
Georgia's not at all.
Yeah, Georgia's not.
At all. Now, Macy would have been.
Macy would have been embarrassed.
Mhm.
What about Houston?
No, he'd been good.
Hugh would have gobbled it up. He'd have been like, yep, it is my birthday.
You're dang right it is.
It
What are you
is.
guys getting me?
Yeah. What's that? What are you getting?
Yeah, what are you
Earrings?
getting?
Going
Yeah.
shopping?
That's right.
That's right. Got a camp tomorrow? Going to Tracy Lawrence?
No, she's the one you got to watch. Like it's, you got to watch the credit card. You got to watch the spending. Like she was when she
Georgia.
was born, it was like prime big league time for the Therios.
Mm.
Like we'll go to hotels and she's looking for room service. She's that. I'm not joking. That is the truth.
You ruined her.
That's the truth.
She never saw the other side. You ruined her.
That's the truth.
Oh, that's so good. All right, it's after further review. Let's knock out our final break of the show. We'll come back and wrap up with a little Ask Ryan. Stick around.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time.
You don't pay a dime.
752-0001, 752-0001. Tomorrow is Saturday. Of course, you know that. And that's the weekend. And I tell you all the time, that doesn't matter. Nights, holidays, weekends, they'll always come out. They'll never charge you extra to do that. And you also always get exceptional customer service. How about this review from Ashley Holt, 5-star? Darren is such a great technician. He was able to diagnose and fix the issues with no problem. I loved how he kept me informed throughout the entire process of what the issues were and the course of action to correct them. I would highly recommend him to my friends and family along with River City's 1 Hour Air. Give him a buzz, 752-0001, 752-0001. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. You can't miss them. They're all over town. There's just nobody better. There's a reason they've got more than double the amount of 5-star Google reviews of the next closest competitor, because they've been doing it better and longer than anybody else. It's River City's 1 Hour Air, 752-0001.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Rev Business started small in 1935. We built our reputation by providing hometown service with Louisiana hustle. For nearly 90 years, we've expanded across our great state, through the swamps and across the Mississippi, bringing fiber optics from the capital to the North Shore and down the bayou to the coast, all to connect your business with the world. Rev is about big business technology with small business personal service, powerful solutions, unmatched local service. Rev Business.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Fired up for a good weekend. Yeah, go ahead, please. And we'll get to a little Ask Ryan here. Monday, when we're back with you, we will be at the Grand Hyatt in Nashville, Tennessee. How about this? Chad Landry, T-Rex, for a nickname?
T-Rex? I don't hate it.
Tony said, what about Flying Squirrel for a nickname?
No, I don't like that.
Connor said, ask Ryan, do you have a favorite professional soccer team?
Right now it's BVB. Well, that's who my daughters play for. They're like the academy team.
They're not professional.
They're professional.
I mean, professional soccer team, like a professional league or something?
Yeah, they're a professional soccer team based out of Germany.
Chubbs, Sugar Bear, Hammer, Chunky Monkey, Rufus, Bam Bam.
I like Hammer or Bam Bam. Those two would make my list.
Greg Lehman asked Ryan, man, how about the hot weather lately? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark, nickname for Ryan, Woody?
Nope.
Rougarou? Call Ryan Pickle, short for pickleball fan.
Yeah, that's stupid. T-Rex isn't bad. Hammer's good. That's a pretty good one. I don't like Rougarou. It's too long.
Junebug sounds like a girl's name. Rhino sounds perfect.
Does Junebug sound like a girl's name? I don't think so. It does. Really?
Donkey?
Nah.
Man, I'm still getting a bunch of Tracy Lawrence requests.
We could give a few more away if you got time.
I got to remind people about Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Was there earlier today. Hormone replacement therapy.
Got them.
All this month, they got great specials throughout July. What are we doing? Where did the music go? No, we want it. Yeah, keep it going, please.
Keep it going.
All throughout July.
Get your facial from Ellen. She's a star.
Ellen's great.
She's the best.
Got a new Inject Tech. Carly. Shout out to Carly. She's super nice today. Got to meet her for the first time. Great people. I love them all.
How am I looking? Do I need to go back? Am I good right now?
Of course. But no, you look good, but of course you
I went about a month ago. Got some Botox.
Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Blue Bonnet, Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey, and Lafayette. Online, theantiagingclinics.com. Okay, y'all have been awesome night. Alondra, thank you so much. Paulie, thank you. We'll see you Monday for AFR from Nashville at SEC Football Media Days. Take care.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, much about
Shawbills!
Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawbillsTire.com. Shawbills is hiring. They are looking especially at their Baton Rouge locations, but really at all. There's 18 locations, the newest in LaPlace. Started in Morgan City, up to Baton Rouge, west into Port Allen, all the way to Lafayette, Youngsville. The LP, Denham Springs, has their own Shawbills as well. ShawbillsTire.com. If you need tires, name brand tires at wholesale prices. Every time you buy tires from Shawbills, they give you the Charlie's Dozen. That's a dozen benefits extended to you and your entire family when you buy tires at Shawbills. But if you are looking for a career instead of a job, Shawbills is hiring. They're looking for people that are excited about the possibility of advancement, of a great career, and a family-friendly environment. That's Shawbills with great benefits as well. ShawbillsTire.com. Hit the careers tab to learn more. It's ShawbillsTire.com. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $25,000 off new 22 Ram 1500 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The importance of doing this Fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the Fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a Fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. and backed by the one-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there.